Yo, what's up, my Lakers and Five family? Hope everybody doing good. Hope everything is all right. So just come on in, kick back. Y'all gonna hear some good talk tonight, man. You know what I mean? What we gonna talk about tonight is when you are on a championship run, when you have championship aspirations, how important is coaching during that run? Do you look at it as coaching being something that's not that more important? You'd rather spend money on your player, or do you feel coaching is enough to where you need to set aside some money to make sure you got a good enough coach? Because some people they don't believe that coaching is that important. You know what I mean? In their mind, they think that if you got the right players out there, it don't matter what coach you got. Now, I'm not going to go too in depth on it because I want everybody to have their own opinion. And I'm probably going to do my take last today because I really want to hear what everybody got to say about this because I'm very curious as to if you feel like coaching is underrated or overrated. That's what we going to get into tonight. So, with that being said, I need y'all to understand that when y'all do come up here, if you make it up here, just try to remember to be just cordial, man. Try to keep the crazy talk to a minimum and remember that we got people listening, man. We need these people to listen. The more people we got listening, the more subscribers we can get. And matter of fact, while I'm talking about subscribers, I think we like 30 or 40 away from 10K. So if you in here and you brand new, please hit that subscribe button. It's very important. We too close not to be focusing on that. I see my man Chris. I see my man JJ. What's up, Jakari? Tommy. See Lewis. I see Brandon. Hope all y'all having a good day, man. And let's get into it. What's up, AC Picks? So like when you go back and you look at all of your favorite teams, right? We talking championship teams, right? When you do come up here and speak, I want you to explain to me who your favorite coach is, right? And why that was your favorite coach and why you think they was important for that team. We gonna try to stick to the coaches tonight. We got to stay in that pocket. I really don't want to talk about players. I want to talk about the importance of coaching or the unimportance of coaching, depending on how you feel about it. Because as far as me, I feel like you need a coach, man. You can have all the play like that Portland team that the Lakers beat. I think it was 2000 or something. I can't remember, but that Portland team had everybody, bro. I think it was the most expensive roster in sports, and they still lost. And I think it was because of coaching, not having that right coach. Sometimes you can have all of the players, but if you ain't got the right coach and them players don't go out there and execute the way they supposed to because they don't got the right person coaching them, it usually turn out pretty bad, man. Every time. When I think about Phil Jackson, right? I feel like people say how he was a good coach, but it's hard for me to look at it that way because he always had all these good players, right? But when you look at people like Larry Brown that really didn't have no players and he was able to win, he didn't win as many as Phil, but but he never had the talent that Phil had. Never. Now, if you can get a coach like that, and then you can get him with some good players, usually something to shake. And that's all I'm waiting on, man. I'm just hoping that JJ Redick coaching will at least mirror the play style that we have over here as the Lakers. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the last two or three coaches, what they was coaching, the way we was playing, it always bumped heads. What's up, Richard? Let me get these shots out real quick, man. I want to shout out to Brandon, shout out to Lewis, shout out to Jakari, shout out to Chris. What's up, Chris? Go James, AC Picks, and Richard. I can't say your last name. I'm just gonna say Richard V. What's up, Richard V? And if any of y'all want to get in on this, man, hit that link because I'm pretty sure it should be in the chat. So hit that link. Come on up here, help your boy out. But the coaching, if you ain't got the right coach, it ain't gonna work. It's just not gonna work. Like when you look at LeBron, LeBron never really had good coaches. When you really look at it, he ain't never really had a good coach, but he had the athletic ability to put his dominance over them games. He was young enough to overcome the lack of not having a coach. What's up, Taylor? You know what I mean? But now in this age, bro, he gonna have to use everything that he can use to get over this hump because it's not just gonna be straight off of athletic ability because he still got some, but he is not LeBron from like 2000 and I'm gonna say 7 or 8 into 2016, 17. It's not the LeBron. He got to go straight to the mental. He got to go straight to the mental part and figure out how to use everything around him. And I think that's where the coaching really come in at, and it's gonna play a very important part. Because without that coaching, it's hard to when you playing another team and both teams are tired, right? It's like the sixth game, maybe game seven, and both teams are tired. They both gas. They both ain't got nothing, right? The only thing that's gonna separate them two teams at that point is good coaching. Because when everybody tired, the athleticism is out the window. It ain't got nothing to do with. It's all about muscle memory at that point, and it's all about you just doing what you were coached to do the entire year. But if you haven't been coached that whole year and you get into them Western Conference playoffs and everything get tight and you gassed and you don't have a coach and you ain't been coached, more than likely you're gonna fall apart. You see it every year. I see it every year. But it seemed like to me that the Lakers right now they are in a good position. You know what I mean? We don't know what JJ gonna do. But when you got them other coaches out there backing them up, it's gonna help out. It's gonna help out a lot. And I see this guy ICVR down in the comments. You know, people always like to come up and say some stuff like the Lakers suck. You know what I'm saying? I see you, Richard. Hey, Richard, hit that link and come up and say it, my man. It's an open panel tonight, man. Just hit that link and come up here and say what you got to say, my man. Get it off your chest. But ICVR, bro, you ain't gotta like sit in the comments and say stuff like that about the Lakers suck. Coming to a Laker channel, spamming the chat, bro. You know what I mean? That's a little weird. You know what I mean? You sitting at home and you came to a Lakers spot to talk about the Lakers, right? So if you really want to come here and talk about them, hit that link, come up here and say it like a man. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get cussed out. You're not gonna get ridiculed or none of that. We're gonna sit up here and talk like men. And I want to understand why you feel that the Lakers suck. As long as it got something to do with coaching, we're not gonna get off that tonight. We're gonna try to stay right there on coaching and the importance of it. Because I really believe last year, if we would have had a decent coach, you know, because growing up watching the coaches that I watched, that I enjoyed watching, they never was just chilling on the sideline. Never. They never just chill on the sideline. They were always doing their job coaching. They was talking to the players, bringing them to the huddle, reminding them of this and reminding them of that, and running plays. Running plays is so important. If you cannot run plays, more than likely you're gonna be standing around not doing anything. And that's when it gets real dark. And especially when you watching your team and you can look at them and tell that they tired, and now they not running plays. It's stagnant. The ball is stopped. It's not the ball not moving around. You ain't got no players moving around. It's so easy to guard that. But when you had them coaches like Spo and Pat Riley, right? Phil Jackson too, to a certain extent. Certain coaches ain't gonna let you just get away with whatever you want to get away with. They gonna hold your feet to the fire. But then you got other coaches that they feel like they there just to watch the game. With JJ Redick, I think that's gonna be different. I don't. I'm pretty sure he's not the type of person that's gonna stand around and just let players do as they will. You know what I mean? Do what they want. Run around and just not running plays and just. I don't see that happening because I really believe that he want to be a coach in this league. And the worst thing for him is to come into this season not prepared. And I honestly don't believe that that's going to happen. I believe that he will be prepared. I believe that the coaching staff, the rest of the coaching staff will be prepared. And they're going to be ready to play ball that first preseason game. I could feel it in my gut, right? Major was up here saying it just yesterday. Maybe it was the day before, but he was saying he feel it in the air. If you ever been around championships, whether it be football, basketball, whatever, any level, you know what I mean, from high school to the pros. If you ever been in that environment, it's different. You can see it. You can see the energy in everybody. When you got that energy working in your favor, and when you got good players on your team, you gotta have a decent coach that can lead men. Everybody is not a leader of men. Everybody can't do it. Getting all these different men to be on one accord. We got one mission. We got one thing to do. It's not that easy because you got a lot of people that just want to go on autopilot. You got a lot of people sometimes in the camp that don't even want the camp to succeed. All they worried about is they self, they numbers and they stats. They not worried about the team. They don't care about if the coach don't make it. Luckily, the team we got this year, I don't see a lot of selfish people on this team. And with the coaches that we picked up, I don't see none of them coaches being to the point where they more worried about their pockets or something else other than winning. Most of them coaches are winners. They like to win. Whether they played in the NBA or just coach, they winners, you know? And that's something that we definitely need, without a doubt. And I'm just happy that we are in a position, right, to finally make some noise. Cause these last 2 or 3 years, yeah, some of the times we actually got good players in the off season, one or two. You know what I mean? Nothing big, but we got. But it didn't matter because when the season started and that first jump ball went up, we had Darvin Ham. And like I said, when it got tight and when everybody tired and they gassed, if you don't got a coach that can bring everybody in and reiterate some of the points on how we gonna win this game, it get dicey. Going back looking at that Detroit versus Lakers series, that Detroit team didn't have one real superstar. Not one. That's right, the Eliminator. Let's go, Lakers. They didn't have one superstar on that team. Nope. They had they had some extremely good role players. That's it. But in all of them players, right? All of them players from one all the way to what is it, 15? They was locked in with what the coach was talking about. I like them coaches to where you not finna go out there and do what you want to do. You about to go out there and do what we showed you in practice, right? The blueprint to winning this game, that's what you finna go out there and do. And then hold them to it. Because after you practice and you sweat and you prepare and then you go play that game and you know in your heart, man, we ready. We know we already know what we gonna do. We already know how to counter and everything. When you approach it with that thought, yeah, stuff go good. But when you know for a fact that you ain't really been practicing, you ain't really been running plays, you ain't really been preparing for the man. Once you get there and you play them, it's gonna show. Especially if the other team ready and they've been practicing and they've been preparing. So it is imperative to have a coach on your team that can lead men. It's not an easy thing to do, man.
Yo, yo, yo,
Major,
what it do?
what it do, Major? I'm
What's
so
up,
glad
man?
I hear another. I'm so glad I hear another voice, man. I was sick of hearing my voice. Hey, Major, check this out.
Yeah,
In your words, how
yeah.
important is it for a championship-driven team to have a coach that's like can do his job, right?
Yeah.
Now, is in your words, is it overrated or underrated to have a competent coach?
First, man, that's an excellent question, and I can answer it perfectly. First of all, I want to give a shout out to the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the show. Thank you for having me on the show, FYM. Thanks to DJ for opening it up for us to be able to do this, voice our takes. To answer the question, man, it's simple. It is not overrated. It is to me it's very underrated from people who don't know. People who know knows that it's not overrated. People who know knows that it's very underrated. This question that you're asking, because when it comes to team morale, You can have all the talent and all the skill in the world, but if you lose control of the team, if the team loses its morale because their shepherd, the coach, their leader, he's the team leader, not on the floor but off the floor. He's the leader. If he loses morale, if he has a defeated mentality, then the players, no matter how talented they may be, they'll start to feed on that energy. That's energy that they feed on. See, one thing about sports, you're going to feed off the energy of the fans. You're going to feed off the energy of the coach and the coaching staff. You're going to feed off the energy of the other team, negative or positive. So it's imperative. It's imperative to have a coach that's competent, that knows each individual player's weaknesses and strengths. We kind of touched on that yesterday, and that knows team chemistry, knows how to build team chemistry. That's why it's so important that the Lakers season. This is why the Lakers season is going to be so important, because we have a bevy of coaches now who can work on the different portions of the team chemistry. They work on team relations, player coach relations. They work on weaknesses that players might have. They cultivate the strengths that the players might have. They build rapport with the players. They build rapport with the fans. The fans get to know them now, because at press conferences, they're not sounding defeated. They're giving analysis of their players and how their players are coming along and progressing. So it's very important, especially during the playoffs, where it matters the most. It's very important that when a coach boosts team morale throughout the season, when they get to the playoffs, that morale is so high and everything is so congealed and gelled together that these players, it almost be like they've been playing forever.
Mm-hmm.
And you have that in the coach. His morale is, okay, y'all, we done got to the big dance. Now let's show out. We ain't just go get to the dance and just dance. We about to be the life of the party now. We about to steal the show. This is what we about to do, because this is what we work hard for all year. That morale boost. I'll clean the path for you. All you got to do is use your talent. Go out there and display it fearlessly. And if a coach builds that morale early during the season, by the time we get to the playoffs, we'll be invincible. Because now this is when we'll be like, you know what, we don't care about the Wembies. We don't care about the Eddies. We don't care about the Chet Holmgrens. We don't care about nobody that you throw at us, because our morale is built so high because of our coach. He believes in us. Now we got the fans believing. We feed off that energy and that synergy, and that's what makes championship winning. That's why you got to respect the Pat Rileys and the Larry Browns and the Phil Jacksons. The players fed off that energy. They might not have always liked it, but man, when they started getting into that winning feeling, I promise you, they wasn't tripping on how the coaches was talking to them in practice. I promise you, they weren't tripping on it.
Now, Major, we're going to get right back to the basketball coaches, but I want to veer off just a little bit, right? Now,
Okay.
speak to these people in here in this chat right now and keep it 100.
Yep.
Who was your best life coach, bro? Like all of the, because you got knowledge and you got wisdom. That's no doubt. Now, who would you give most of the honor to for coaching you from the time you was born up until the time you became a man, to where they put where they put it in you from coaching? Hey, come here. Good job. Hey, come here. You need to change that. Hey, come here. You know what I mean? That coaching, that life
Uh-huh.
coaching. Who would you give that honor to?
That's another beautiful question. Now, just to be specific and clear, are we talking about in life or in the sports that I played?
I'm talking that the reason I ask that question is because a lot of people, when they think of coaching, they just think of sports. No,
Right. True.
that ain't where the first coaches come from. Them
It's not.
first
It's not.
coaches come from them people that's standing around you when you walking around the hood, or if
Right.
you in
Right.
the
Right.
suburbs or wherever
Right.
you from. Them people
Mhm.
that's around that call you over like, come here, little cuz, little blood. hey
Yeah.
man, you doing this like this and this and
Yeah.
this and this, and they throwing you that game, they
Oh
coaching you
man.
up, they putting that good stuff in you. Who
Yeah.
would you say was your best life coach?
That's simple. For me, both my parents, not just one, both, both my parents, and I'll elaborate a little bit on why, and I'll give you a quote, one of my favorite quotes from my mother, and one of my favorite quotes from my father. My parents, having both come from the streets, neither one of them were really raised by their parents, not all the way at least. They kind of left on their own to kind of fend for themselves. So that when they came together and they had children, one of the things that they would always tell themselves, and then they end up telling us, we said if we ever had children, we would never treat our children the way our parents did us. We was gonna always be there for y'all, no matter what y'all doing, sports, whatever you're doing, we're gonna be there for. One of the quotes my mother used to always say is, "What you connect with in mind, you connect with in time." Always believe. If nobody else believe in you, including us, you got to believe in yourself. If you connect with it, that means you're going to do if you believe it yourself, that means you're going to do everything in your power to try to achieve what you believe, because it's your belief. My father used to always tell me one of his favorite things was, it was kind of, they took a different approach. His thing was, he said, every time you fall, every time you fall, if you stay on the ground and you think about why you fell in the first place, that's cool, because at least you're thinking about why you fell in the first place. That's just half the battle. But if you want to win that war, when you think about what made you fall in the first place, when you go to stand up and you figure out what made you fall in the first place, and you correct what made you fall in the first place, that's how you win the war, son. He said that's everything you do in life. You never give a person a second chance to get you if they missed you the first time. That's one of the things he used to tell me. You never give a person a second chance to get you if they missed you the first time. And that right there was the catalyst of everything that I ever became in life. When it came from weightlifting to repairs to cooking to going to the service to playing football to playing basketball to playing
Yeah,
hockey to playing soccer to
yeah.
martial arts to boxing. It set the catalyst for every time I failed, I knew to get back up. Every time I wanted something, I knew to
So
fight for it. Have
so the
laser
reason
focus
I
for that.
so the reason I asked you that was because coaching. Without that coaching,
Yeah,
at that young of an age, from your
yeah,
mom and your pops, how
yeah.
different would you be right now?
If I didn't have that, man, I
If
tell
you
you
didn't
one
have
thing.
that coaching, if you
I tell
didn't
you,
have that coaching.
I'll say it. I'll say it plain and simple. I wouldn't be alive today. I'll put it like that. I wouldn't be alive if I am if I would be alive today, I wouldn't be free right now. I'd be locked up behind somebody's bar, under somebody's prison. If it wasn't for that life, if it wasn't for that life, those life lessons, those life coachings, I'd be dead or in prison. That's for sure, bro. There's no other place I'd be. That's it. There would be no alternative for me. I wouldn't be here. I promise you, I wouldn't be here.
And the reason I'm saying this is because of coaching, bro. People be
Yeah,
like, "How come y'all so happy about what y'all ain't done nothing? Y'all blah blah blah." Bro, we did one of the best things that we could possibly do, bro.
yeah,
Get competent coaches in there. Because if you
yeah,
got coaches in there that can't lead men, it's not gonna turn out right. Hold up for 1 second, Major. Hey, who
yeah.
just slid up on the panel? What's up, my man? Unmute yourself and let everybody know who this is.
About me?
Yeah, you. Say what's up. Say what's up to the chat and the panel, man. I
Oh,
just
what's
want to
up,
just.
man? What's
I
up,
just
panel?
want.
What's up, chat?
I'm
Hold on,
just.
I can go to the comments.
Hey,
Yeah, I
wait, is
just.
this AG?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's AG, man.
Hey, what's up,
Most.
man?
Yeah,
What's up?
Ag. I
What's up,
just
Major?
wanted you. I just wanted you to say something to the chat and say something to the panel, bro. How
Oh yeah,
in
we back
in
here chilling, man.
in
Pullo got
your
us with the partners.
in your words, how important is coaching?
For this team or just in general?
Just in general. We'll get to the team later, but just in general.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm gonna say, dude. I'm gonna say. No, wait. Which one's more important? Coaching, right? Oh, what did you say? Which one's more important, coaching or what? Is
No,
good coaching important? Is that what you asked?
no, what I'm asking you is how important is coaching in your words? How important is it?
Oh
Is
man,
it
that's
not? Is it not important? Like, is it important? Just in your words. I'm not gonna make you feel bad about how
yeah.
you feel,
Just
bro.
in general, yeah. Of course, yeah. Just in general, yeah. Coaching is, yeah, it's important. Experience coaching is even more important. But like, yeah, in general, just playing basketball is. But I do feel like a lot of it does lay on the players, though, man.
I could dig that. All I could dig that. I could dig
Kind of
that
like
all the way.
what Steve Kerr went through. Like now, man, who's that one guy? Who's that one guy who just came out and said that Steve Kerr ain't coaching nothing on Team USA? He just putting people in there. He's famous. He just said that. That's how I feel about Steve Kerr and the Warriors and some other coaches, man. Like they really ain't have to coach. They just had such a good of a team, man. You know what I'm saying? But just in general, though, coaching is important, though. But sometimes, though, it really is on the players.
I could dig it. I could dig it. Hey,
I
Major,
agree. I agree.
but yeah, I wanted you to speak on what he hey and AG. Mute yourself for a second until the little one ain't around you. G, for real, for real. And Major, can you speak on that just for a second so you can? I'm curious to how you
On
feel about his
what
take.
AG,
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
AG, man, that I agree. Like, cause it's like what I just said. Like, you can have the greatest coach in the world. The coach is gonna be the coach. He knows how to speak to the players. He knows how to cultivate their weaknesses, build their strengths, build on their weaknesses or strengthen their weaknesses. But it does, the bulk of it falls on the talent itself. So if you have great coaching but no talent, some things you can coach, some things you can't coach. Like you can't coach height, you can't coach heart. You can show you can show up. It's like leading a horse to water. You can show them, hey, they go to water over there. I'm pointing to it. Look, come on, let me walk you over here. There's the water. But you can't say, hey man, start drinking. You can say that, but you can't make them drink. Well, it's the same thing with coaching. The coach is the shepherd. He's the leader. Hey, I'm leading you over here. I'm leading y'all to the court. Okay. What y'all gonna do? That's a basketball. See that orange thing over there with black lines on it? Hey, that's a basketball. What you gonna do with it? You know, I
right.
don't know, coach. Okay, look, now I'm going to show you. You pick it up. This is called dribbling. Now, if you can't get that, which I'm pretty sure everybody knows that, if you can't get that, then my great coaching is not going to help you because you don't have the talent. You don't have the wherewithal to get out here and play. But if you have the talent, even if it's a little bit of skill, you have a little bit of skill and talent, then my excellent coaching and my excellent leadership and communication abilities is going to help get you better. It's going to cultivate you. See, that's what happened when Kobe got Phil Jackson in his life. Got a Phil Jackson in his life. Kobe became Kobe Bryant. He became the Mamba. That was the basis of it. When he came out there, you didn't know what he was going to be. Now, some people got it off the rip. Like when LeBron came to the league, LeBron came in automatically. He came in. He was a giant amongst men. Not everybody have it like that. See, that's what they call a generational talent. That's somebody who just God given. They just God every now and again he'll make one that's extraordinary. He needs little or nothing, little or no help. Now, when you get somebody like a LeBron that comes into the league like that, if he happens to come to the league under a great coach automatically, straight up, man, he'd have more chips right now.
Fact.
Imagine if a Phil Jackson would have got a hold of Kobe, or Larry Brown would have got a hold of Kobe, or
Ooh.
Pat Riley would have got a hold of a hold of LeBron early.
Right.
Bro, he'd have 10, he'd been in the league 21 years. He'd have 15 chips. 15,
One way or another.
one way or another. So coaching is very, very important, especially when it comes to if you already have the talent, then that makes the coach's job actually easier and vice versa. So coaching is very important, but you got to have the talent to be able to go along with the coaching.
That's you said that like perfect. Now, the next question I got for you is how do okay, I want to word this right.
Yeah.
When you watch, and I know you probably don't want to speak on this because it might hurt a little bit, but when you watch what Larry Brown did with no stars against your team with I forgot how many they had on there. What was going through your mind, and did that make you look at coaching different?
When I saw that, eh, you talk about the Allen Iverson led team, right?
No, no, I'm talking about that Detroit team that
Oh, when
when
he was
they
with
beat,
Detroit. Oh, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
when he beat,
yeah.
when he won, when he came in there and
It
did it after the
that
Iverson thing.
that right there, that right, you know what that did for me? I always knew coaching was important. I knew coaching was important since the very first time I ever played sports. But that right there showed me, in this particular case, when dealing with the Lakers, playing against the Lakers, I said, you know what? Damn, we might not get this one. And then when they end up beating us, I said, you know what? That's why coaching is important. See,
Right.
Larry Brown, he just happened to outcoach. It's not even about that they had more talent than us. The coach, we were outcoached at that time. We were outcoached.
Hey, tell me if I'm wrong, but didn't y'all have Gary Payton and Karl Malone?
Yeah,
Yeah, and it was somebody else too that I'm just forgetting.
they were.
Somebody else, Steve. I think it was Steve Nash.
No, we didn't have Nash then. Not in '04. We didn't have Nash.
Somebody else came with them too, though. I
Oh
can't
yeah.
remember who that third one.
It was we had Malone, Peyton. Who else we have, man?
It
We
don't
have
matter.
Malone, Peyton. It don't matter. It don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter.
It
But
don't matter.
yeah, just keep going on how you
But
just when you
but
realized that that was coaching.
okay. It made me it just made me look. I had to say, you know what? He coached a great series. That's the that was the pretty much the crux of all I had to say. I said, hey, he coached a great series. He got us. There was a lot of people around salty and bitter and all of that and whatnot. But me, because I don't rule on emotions, it's very, very, very rare that I do. The better coach won at that time. He outcoached us. He outcoached us. He didn't just outcoach the coach. He outcoached the team. He got in the fans' head. He led his team to believe that they can beat us, and they beat us. And once a shredded doubt creeps into your psyche, you're already defeated. And he did that. He was a cerebral assassin when it came to coaching that series, and it paid dividends. That's what it was. I couldn't get mad. I said, "Hey, let's regroup. Let's get back on it." That's what it was. So at the coaching, but I've always known coaching was important. But I said at that point, I said, "Hey, this is why coaching is important. This is why he led these dudes to believe they can beat us, and they beat us." He
Mm.
said, "All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit back. Y'all gonna do this. Y'all gonna do that, and you're gonna use your skill. But I want you to do everything that I'm telling you to do in order to win." And they did it.
Yeah, they did it. Now, with all that being said, right? With all that being said, how much of a difference is this coaching staff versus the coaching staff we had the last 3 years? In your words, in your opinion.
Well, the main thing is this year. We just take the coaching staff we have from from the coaching staff we just got rid of. Well, for one, let's start with our head coach. With JJ Redick, yeah, he's a rookie coach. He's never coached before, yada, yada, yada. We get that. But here's the difference that no other coach on our team, assistant coach or head coach, had, even though they may have had the experience because they have coached in some way, shape, or form. But they didn't understand the X's and O, the in-depth portions of the game. They understood, okay, I got this player on the court, I got these players on the court. I'm a draw up some plays or whatever, and it's gonna look like this. Here, take this and go out there and do exactly what I put on this board. But it was no real intelligence, no real intellect behind it. There was no depth behind it. It's just a bunch of X's and O's on the board that it's all jumbled. It looks like chicken scratch. It looks like a doctor's signature for a prescription. But with JJ Redick, not only is he speaking X's and O's, but he knows how to execute what he's speaking. It's one thing to speak it. I could sound like William F. Buckley all day long. I could sound like that. But when you say, Major, explain to me everything, show me everything you just said with your words. Now I want you to show me. Then I'm gonna be out there with my hair running off like a chicken. Like a chicken with head cut off.
Straight up.
But with JJ Redick, but with JJ Redick, he can speak it and then execute it. That's one difference.
That's real.
Now we have a defensive assistant coach, defensive minded assistant coach, who is going to go out there and implement defense and build team spine. Get some spine out there for our small. And here's another thing. Most of our coaching staff, guess what they used to be? They were guards. JJ Redick was a guard. Nate McMillan's a guard. And somebody said this a couple days ago. I was on another stream somewhere. They said, you know what? Most guards make pretty damn good coaches. Darvin Ham was a power forward. They really don't know how to coach. Everything they're like brutes. It's like, go out there, ooga booga booga, go out there, elbow this guy, ooga booga. But guards who are often the facilitators, often the captains of the team, they're the leads of the team. They're gonna go out there and say, no, let's use your mind. Hold on.
There it is.
Wait a minute. I see something there that you don't see. But if you come over here and then I look over there, you look over there with me, you'll see what I'm talking about. That's JJ Redick. That's Nate McMillan. That's Scott Brooks. And then we got the female from the Mystics. Oh, have you seen her mind? She knows basketball too. Go look up some of her interviews. We got intellect now. We didn't have that before. We had brute. All right, we got LeBron and AD. We're going to let them go out here and coach.
Right, and just leave it all up to them. Hold up for 1 second, Major. Hey, Joe, I want to commend you on coming in here and not saying one word and not trying to break up. That's very, I like that, bro. You know what I mean? That's real cool, bro.
Yeah.
Now, before you start speaking, you got to understand this. We are up here talking about coaching. The importance or the unimportance of coaching. While you're giving your takes and stuff, please try to keep it to coaching, bro, because I want people to understand why the Lakers in 5 Live, Tribe, and the Lakers in 5 family should have something to be excited about, bro, because coaching is very important, and we ain't had none in a minute. So, Joe, how do you feel about coaching, my G? You there, Joe? I guess he gone, Major.
Unmute your mic.
Unmute your mic.
Hey, when y'all come up, you got to make sure your mic is unmuted so we can hear you.
We'll keep it moving. We'll keep it moving. Hey, give me a question, Major. Come on. Give me a good question about coaching. Give me something good, Major. Give me something good. Give me something that's gonna make me think.
When it comes to coaching, oh no, I got one for you. Now, we know that the head coaching job, we know what their job entails. We know the head coaching. They're pretty much the head of the staff. But how important do you feel is the assistant coach's job to the players? His portion of coaching is to the players, and how important is his job in assistance of the head coach?
Whew, that's a good one. Um,
Hey, can you guys hear me?
all the way
Hey, there go
100.
my guy. We hear
What's
you.
up, y'all? Salute,
What's
man.
up, man?
Y'all was spitting
Salute.
some real facts, man. Like, I definitely appreciate that. Y'all was spitting some facts.
And
My
we
thing
gonna
is,
we gonna continue to spit them. But check this out. Um,
hmm
he just asked me a serious question, and I want to make sure I answer that because I know it's at least three people out here that heard that and want to answer to that. So
Yeah,
we gonna get your take in about. It's gonna take me. I'm gonna say about 2 minutes. Let us knock this out, and then we coming straight
yeah,
back to you for your take, my G, for
all
real.
right, bet.
So
No problem. No
yeah.
problem.
hold on. Now, Major, ask that question one more time so I can get back on point.
All right, okay, yeah, because I want everybody to hear the question too. When it comes to assistant coaching, how important is the job of the assistant coach to boost the morale of the team? To help the head coach boost the morale of the team, and how important is the assistant coach when it comes to assisting the head coach in his daily duties? How important is the assistant coach's job?
Ooh. See, you only as strong as your weakest link, right?
Yeah,
That assistant coach should be whatever the head coach do the best, right? Whatever he's not good at, that assistant coach need to be the best at that. Whatever it is. If the head coach is offense, that assistant coach need to be defense and vice versa. And
mhm,
that assistant coach gotta know everything that's going on in that locker room. He gotta know everything. He can't
yeah,
leave that up to no other coach. That is literally his job. You
yeah,
gotta know, bro. And if now you don't got the players talking to you so that you can go let the head coach know what's going on.
right,
You didn't drop the rope. That assistant head coaching position is, I feel like, more important than the head coach position
right,
because
right.
if something go down to where we lose the head coach, then what you left with.
That's right. I agree with that.
And with the morale part, it's like it's like good cop, bad cop, right? Whatever that head coach, if the head coach want to be the good cop, that assistant coach gotta be the bad cop. But
Mhm,
you can hold that role of the disciplinary, right, and
mhm.
still get smiles if you doing it just. If you're just
Right,
in
right.
the way you're dishing out that criticism or them punishments, if you just in it, the person that you giving that to, they will appreciate you for it, which will bring up their
Right,
morale.
right, right.
Now, Joe, come on in, bro. And I'm telling you right now, let's talk about coaches. Now, like, try to leave the players out of it. At
Right,
the end of this stream, I want everybody that listen to it to really have an understanding on how good we actually got it right now, and they don't even see it.
man. I think this coaching staff right here is definitely an upgrade because I look at play people we had on the bench like last season, Damari Carroll. I'm pretty sure people don't even know he was a coach last season, or what he even worked on. I know a lot of people like to say Phil Handy, helping with player development and all of that. But at the end of the day, you know, yes, it's not all on Darvin, but you had these coaches behind him, and not correct him on times that he needed to be corrected, whether it's how he talked to players or scheming up things or even defensive assignments. There's no way in the world we should be bottom 20, 25, even without Vando in defense.
Right.
even in rebounding. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at guys like Scott Brooks, which really matters. Nate McMillan, which really matters. Like Nate McMillan, I think he's won like I would say over 760 games, and he played over no, he coached over 1,400 games. So that's like almost more than half. You know what I'm saying? So he has experience. He's been around the league for a long time. I watched Scott Brooks when he was in Washington. That team, it was trash. I'm not gonna lie to you. Bradley Beal was hurt. It was just Russ. But what I noticed in these two coaches, they like to make things out of nothing, man. They make do with what they
Yeah.
have. They don't take no nonsense. They play a hard nosed defense and they understand their players and their players want to play for them. And I think that's really important. Now, going to JJ, even if he doesn't know or is too great with the X's and O's, I feel like JJ knows people. And as a head coach, I feel like that's probably like the most important thing you have to do is know your players, know their temperaments, know how to talk to them, know how to encourage them. You
Right.
can't have a Darvin Ham where you're crapping on D'Lo. Yeah, he did, play bad for a stretch of games in the beginning of the season, but there's a certain way to call out guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, you gotta motivate them in a sense. So
Yeah.
I think JJ is gonna be very great. He's gonna defend his players too in front of the media because he has a little attitude to him, which honestly I think that's what this team needs. And a lot of people don't talk about it, but your team they take after the coach's attitude. So I mean, if the coach is like lackadaisical or he doesn't seem like he cares, it's gonna leak down into your team. Like I said it a few streams ago, like in order to win a championship, it has to start from the top all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
Like you can't have no holes in the ship. It has to be really strong. The cohesiveness has to be really strong. So I think, the Lakers organization, they hear all the talk, all the rattle outside noises, the trade rumors. They hear all of that. But I'm gonna just say, give this coaching staff, some time, a few months, see what we have. I wouldn't trade anybody just yet. Wait till the deadline, and then by then, hopefully, we're already like a top four seed.
Nah, that you can't say it better than that was eloquently said. Hey, check this out. Can you give a question about coaching that me and Major can answer? Try to make it a good one.
Okay. Um, hmm. When it comes to coaching, would you put more emphasis on defense or offense, knowing this team?
Oh, damn. Damn, that's a good one.
That's a real good
Damn,
one.
that's a good one.
Hey, you go ahead and go first, Major, because I don't
Oh,
even know if I'm ready for that
oh
one.
man. Oh, with pleasure. See, this is why I love when Joel come up here. Could have used you the other night, man. But I mean, this really gets my mind flowing, bro. But for this coaching staff, because I know that defense will be implemented because we have, as our assistant coaches. I'm definitely implementing hard nosed defense. You know why? Because we got more offensive firepower than we do defense. We have defense, but I want defense implemented more because of the type of coaching staff we have now. And I know that with a defensive guard who was once a defensive guard, a defensive minded, hard nosed coach like Nate McMillan, he's going to implement defense for the smaller players. He's going to get Austin Reeves to say, "Hey, I want you to. You can shoot. I got that,
Ma-
but I want
ma-
you to focus on moving your feet."
Major, this is very important, man. I gotta say attention on deck. I think JC in here, man. I just need you to know, man. It's an officer on deck.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. But so yeah, so to answer Joe's question, to finish it up, so everybody else can get a turn. I'm definitely implementing uh a little bit more defense because we have all the offensive firepower that we need. And with Nate McMillan's coaching prowess the way it is, I know that those who lacked on defense last year, I promise you their defense will be better this year. And those who were a little bit better on defense this year, I promise you their defense will be doubly better this year. So I'm implementing defense over anything else for this team, for this particular team right now.
Yeah, and I'm gonna double that and double down on that and say it would definitely be focused on defense because the offense when JJ Redick had them running these plays, the offense gonna be there. That defense
Yeah,
we gotta focus on. Now I need to let JC you there, right? Now I need to just say that without no doubt, the coaching that we got right now is probably one of the best coaching staffs in the league, bro.
Facts.
I don't see nobody else. Like when people talk about that number two and that number three, our number two and our number three go crazy for real.
yeah, yeah.
For real. And I just really want everybody to understand, man. If you really bleed that purple and gold, man, you got something to look forward to. Cause even me, like about a month ago, I was still salty in my feelings. You know what I mean? You know how sometimes when you go to the store, back in the day when you was about 12, 13, and you go there and you got your mind set on some kicks. But you get there and mom's like, nah, you can forget about those. And she get you some other ones, right? And you got an attitude. But you get them back home, right? And you take them out the box, sit them up, put the strings in, put them up on the dresser, and you looking at them like, hey, you know what? Hey, them, they cold. Hey, that's how I feel right now. You know what I mean? I was so in my feelings. I didn't see what we really had.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank JC, DJ, and Major for that. Cause without them, I'd still be on that dark path, screaming to the top of my lungs about Rob the Lakers. For real. I just gotta say that, man. And with the coaching thing, man, the sky's the limit, man. Long as everybody buy in and actually listen to the coach and do what the coach say, because I know he gonna have them running plays. They are not gonna be out there running around like don't nobody know. What my man say? I don't even know what I'm doing out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't gonna. It ain't gonna be none of that. Because everybody gonna have a job and everybody gonna be expected to do their job.
Facts.
Now, Major, you was touching on something early that I want you to cook on a little more, right?
Yeah.
You was talking about early culture that you got as a blessing because it's not a given, bro. It ain't too many people that can say I had a man and I had a woman that put time and effort into raising me. It ain't a lot of people that can say that, bro. Especially if
No,
they
that's
living
true.
under the same roof, bro. It ain't. It ain't.
No, that's true. That's true.
So
I was blessed.
real life. So
I was
speaking
blessed.
on that, speaking on that blessing, on how blessed you was to get early coaching
Yeah.
so that when you did play sports, it translated because you already had a respect for elders. You already
Yeah.
knew not to talk back. You already knew that you had a certain amount of responsibility as a person, right?
Right. Right. Right.
Can you talk to the people on how that prepared you for sports so that you could know how to accept what the coach is trying to say? Because a lot of the people, man, they can't accept what the coach got to say because they didn't want to hear nothing that none of the elders had to say when they was growing up. Man, speak on it, folks.
Well, having the kind of disciplinary parents that I had, my mother was mainly the drill sergeant. She was a drill sergeant because she had her hands in just about everything, man. She was like literally already like the neighborhood's mother. Like these even the other kids that had parents would send their kids to our house, to get the teaching, whether it was with the word, getting into the Bible and stuff like that, or whatever it was, taking the kids out, getting them all up in the neighborhood, caravanning to the park or going to the museum, giving us some culture outside of, the street that we own, that we lived on. That So with her having that mentality of, no, y'all gonna do something, y'all gonna be about something, y'all gonna learn something, you're gonna learn more than what you know. That alone, that alone prepared me for the people that I was going to come to meet in my life. Several coaches I've had throughout my life, from the time I played, park league football, all the way up until I got to college, all the way until I got to, and this was in every sport that I did. This prepared me for every coaching, every trainer that I ever had, because it gave me the thick skin to be able to take the constructive criticism. That go that phrase I love to use, the constructive criticism, and help me learn the difference between the constructive criticism and destructive judgment. This is why I use these two words. I got that from my mother, but it helped me to take the tongue lashing, the coaches talking to us hard or whatever. Other players would cry, and I'll sit there and be like, it hurts to hear, but I'll sit there and take it, because I know that in the end, this was going to do me right, because he was telling me the truth. Hey, Major, you need to work on your rebounding. Don't just stand there and wait to shoot a three. Here, get down there in the low post. You stronger than everybody on the team. So get down here and your job is to get a rebound. And he would yell it at me, get the damn rebound, do this and do that. And I was tough enough to say, you know what? You're right. I'm just standing around. Let me do something about it. And you know what that did? That I was able to be a coach of sorts on the floor, because I was tougher than my other teammates. So I was able to say, man, you know what? I can't be the only person down here doing this. Hey, man, you shoot real good. You dribble real good. How about you spend more time dribbling instead of shooting? How about you spend more time shooting than dribbling? Man, y'all will take it. You could take it from me, more than you can take it from the coach, because the coach is going to holler at you. That might make you cry. But if I'm telling you, you're one of your peers, it might help you. So I was able to be an extension of the coach out there. And it all stemmed because my mother and father had gave me that thick skin to prepare me for every coach and every trainer that I ever had throughout my life. Their preparation prepared me to have the thick enough skin to be able to take the constructive criticism and know the difference between constructive criticism and destructive judgment.
Who? Yeah, you broke that down like a fraction. For real.
Oh
Hey,
man,
Hold up, JC.
What's up? What's up?
Man, I know,
my guy.
I just learned I knew how to do it, but I just seen how, if it ain't colored, like, how I got that little faded look. That's how you
Yeah.
tell. Yeah, I didn't know that until just now, man. I didn't know that until just now. But yeah, man, I know you got already. Hey, everybody stand back, 'cause some cooking for the cook on whatever you just cook, man. Just cook.
All right. Can you hear me?
100,
Yeah,
100.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think when it comes to coaching, I think it's sort of like a relationship. It's 50-50, you know? Like um somebody brought up earlier, like the holes in the ship, right? So I feel like when it comes to a relationship, right, with anybody, it could be a manager, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, right? Whatever. If there's a hole in the ship, right? The person that ship with you gotta let you know, like, hey, yo, there's some holes in this boat. Now it's up to that person that's hearing that information to either A, fix them holes, or they gonna keep steering the ship. And I think when it comes to players and coaching, I feel like it's a 50-50. The coach can lay out the blueprint, right? The coach could be like, all right, I want you here in the wing. I want you here in the slot. I want you here top of the key, you know. I want you guarding him. I want you guarding the 3. I want you, you know what I'm saying? I want you screening here, screening there, right? But if the player ain't receiving that information, I'm just making it real simple. But if the player ain't receiving that information, then the player just goes out there and says, "Man, I don't care what coach is saying, man. I'm just gonna go out here and I'm gonna sit corner whole game." You know, that then that sort of messes up the flow. So I feel like it's a 50-50. The coach gives out the blueprint and the players got to execute it. So it's like you can have the greatest counter to coach, right? But if the players don't put in that effort, then it does fall on the player, but it's going to be looked at the coach. And the reason why I say it's going to get looked at the coach is because the coach's got to instill that effort into his players. And I get it. Yeah, some players supposed to just have that dog in them. But if a coach sees that, you know what, he's not putting in that effort. Let me talk to him. Let me see what's going on mentally or something physically. Is it like your physical limitations why you can't, you know, be playing hard nosed defense? You know what I'm saying? So it's up to that coach to have those conversations because basketball is a physical game, but it's also a mental game. We've seen it where D'Lo came out there on the court and you can see his own confidence. He'll shoot himself out of a game. When he's not feeling it, you can see it. It gets worse. It gets worse and worse. And then he'll just not shoot. He'll just not shoot. Then, Ham will sit him down. But then you got to ask yourself, did Ham ever like pull D'Lo to the side and say, "Hey, bro, like you you need extra help, bro. I'm gonna set you up some drills, set you up with some shoot arounds with these dudes. You want me to like?" I feel like that part never really gets talked about. Because what they say, like with JJ Redick and the ego of LeBron. Would JJ Redick be able to coach the ego of LeBron? And I feel like LeBron James, I mean, if you go look at the podcast or if you go just look at how they talk about each other outside of the podcast, you see there's a respect thing. And I feel like as long as there's respect, and there's an agreement on, this is how it's gonna go. This is my game plan. And the thing is, a lot of people will say, "Oh, well, JJ Redick can't coach his ego, or LeBron's gonna be calling the shots," but it's like they're all on the same page. And I think people got to remember that if I want to win and the coach wants to win, let's compromise. Let's figure out, okay, the good thing that JJ Redick did say in that press conference interview was when he talked about the phone call with Anthony Davis and how he sat on the phone for hours with Anthony Davis, met up with him to discuss how he wants to implement him into this offense. Now, yeah, Darvin Ham said that, but Darvin Ham didn't go into details on how he conveyed that information to Anthony Davis. JJ Redick let the people know, like, no, I understand the 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 motto here of the Lakers. I understand what those banners mean up there. So I had a conversation with AD. He then also cleared up the whole rumors of, you know, um, of AD not wanting to be a coach when AD was the one who had his hand in picking a coach. LeBron said he wasn't involved in the coaching. And being involved and being supportive are two different things. And I think a lot of people got to realize that difference, and LeBron understanding that this isn't going to be his team in 2 years when he's gone. It's going to be AD's team, and that's just what it's going to be. So why not let him go ahead and find a coach that he wants to work with? Because when, let's say, like, when LeBron's gone, you're stuck with this coach. You're stuck with these set of players, so and also too, but yeah, so back to the main point of, yeah, so when he also spoke on LeBron, he said he's gonna call LeBron and talk to LeBron about how he wants to play, which I feel like is honestly a good thing, because if you look at it like this, right? Like, let's say you're not comfortable with the catch and shoot, right? But you're more of a off the, shot off the dribble, or you're more of a cut to the basket kind of guy. You don't want to sit in the corner. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that to the coach. Like, hey, coach, like, look, I get it. I get your game plan. You want me to sit in this corner, bro. But if you want to use me effectively, these are my strengths and these are my weaknesses. So then it's up to that coach to come with a compromise and be like, okay, well, this is what we could do. So I like that JJ Redick is coming to that mindset, asking LeBron, how does he want to play? Because I mean, in a way, you do got to center your offense and your defensive schemes around, LeBron and AD. And having veteran coaching staff around him like a Scott Brooks and a Nate McMillan, I mean that's gonna be a great thing to have. And I think everybody's on board. D'Lo's on board, Austin Reeves on board, LeBron's on board, AD's on board. So we didn't see that with Ham. I didn't see D'Lo dropping that one tweet when Ham was hired. I didn't see D'Lo talking about some, yeah, we're going for a chip. D'Lo tweeted, man, look, D'Lo said, look, I'm coming back with the mindset I wanted to chip. That's what D'Lo said. So regardless of how y'all feel about D'Lo, that's what he said. So that's what he said. That's what I'm rolling with. And I feel like that's what the coach will be rolling with as well. And I feel like that's what the team will be rolling with. I mean, LeBron even came out in an interview, was that last week, and said that he feels like the Lakers could still win a championship. He didn't say in the future. He didn't say 10 years from now. He basically said with this roster. And I get it. This roster does have some defensive issues. Honestly, if you look at our offense is pretty much solid. But besides, we had a lot of like bench issues where players were coming off the bench and not, executing. You had, Dinwiddie, not executing, and other players that you had Torian Prince that was executing. And honestly, if that was me, if I was coaching, I'm not a coach. But if I was the coach, just in my opinion, if I see Torian Prince is giving me points off the bench and Rui, who's my starter, is not giving me points on the bench, I'm swapping them because I need them points. Because clearly, Rui, you're not stepping up right now. I need somebody who's going to step up in the moment. Right now, Torian Prince is stepping up. So I'm going to give more minutes to Rui, regardless of how, it feels.
Okay.
And I think, and I think, when I've set up here, put Austin Reeves on the bench or put D'Lo on the bench. I think it's, yeah, if I'm saying it, it sounds crazy, right? But if you're looking at it from a coach, like if the coach want to talk to Austin Reeves, said, hey, man, like, look, like, I know you want to be an integral part of this team. And I understand the effort that you put in last year. And we appreciate that. But I think it's better we put you on the bench. You come off the bench and you be the leader. And, it depends how he talks to him about it. Tell him like, yo, you could be the leader coming off the bench, man. You know what I'm saying? And put that, help the new guys get into the offense. You of the second string. You can tell them like that instead of just saying. Because I think when I say, "Oh, put Austin Reeves on the bench," I bet everybody hears like, "Oh yeah, just send that nigga to the bench and whatever." It's like no, like it's a way how you deliver stuff, and I think it's not about what you say; it's how you say it. And I think with D'Lo, I think the reason why you really can't put D'Lo on the bench is that kind of player. His confidence is gonna be shot. Like, what you mean putting me on the bench? Like, I'm D'Lo, nigga. I'm D'Angelo Russell, nigga. What you mean put me on the bench? Nigga, did you not see what I did last year? I shot the most threes for the Lakers. What you talking? Like, you got to think about how these players will feel. Austin Reeves to me, just off of what I've heard from his interviews, and he didn't cry when he was put on the bench. That one little moment is. Reeves just is great to be on a team. Reeves could have still been in Arkansas, wherever he's from. Probably is Arkansas. I don't know.
It's Arkansas.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Shooting by the cornfields or whatever they got out there. You know what I'm saying? So Reeves is more than ecstatic to be out there. So I think if you told Reeves like, hey man, like, look, man, like, we got this awesome second string scheme that we want you to lead. You see how that sounds better? That sounds better than we just want you to be six man. Like, imagine if you told Reeves, like, hey man, like, look, Look, we gonna have you come off this bench, but you're gonna be the leader. You gonna be the LeBron of the seconds, bro.
Right,
He hear that,
flat
he'll
out.
be excited. Oh, I'll get to be LeBron of the second. He'll be excited, bro. And then it doesn't kill his ego. But now if you tell somebody like D'Lo that, hey man, we want you to be the leader of the second string, he gonna turn it what? Second. Did y'all not see what I just said? I'm here to win chips. What you mean second? Second. You not see my 3 points? I ain't know second. So it's a little different with the ego. Now you could fight back against D-Lo. Like, hey D-Lo, we don't care about how you feel. You want some on that bench. But then it's just like, do you really want that kind of frustration coming off your bench? Because if I'm D-Lo, and hey, if I'm D-Lo and I feel that way and I'm coming off the bench, we have a disagreement, I'm shooting everything. And I don't care if I break. What? Hey, pass me the ball. Shoot. Now it's gonna be a problem. Now you got him just out there rogue doing what he wants to do, messing up plays because he feels it with him. Because one thing I could tell you about D'Lo, D'Lo looked like petty. I see petty on D'Lo sometimes. And if you can
All
see
day.
a player, you gotta know how to manage that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to manage that. And D'Lo's been a starter for too long, bro, to sit him on the bench. Reeves ain't got enough time on the clock for Reeves to ever talk like that. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm not saying that D'Lo has all right to walk over the coach or anything like that by any means. But I'm just on the if he does have that kind of ego as far as a Reeves is concerned. But
So let me ask you this then, because you need to get a chance to at least answer it. When a
yeah,
team is on a championship run,
yeah,
is a competent coach. I ain't saying good. I ain't
right.
saying great. Just competent coach.
Just know the
Over
lights are on. Just know how to turn the
overrated,
lights on.
overrated or underrated in your opinion?
Like a competent coach. Like you mean like he's not like a great coach? You mean like he's just
Right.
like he just knows how to
He ain't the best coach, but he can write up some. He can write up plays.
um but he don't understand like timeouts or nothing like that. He just knows how to run plays. Like I need a level of what's his level? Because you're saying a championship
I'm a,
run, like I need to know like the
I'm gonna say, like, think of three things, the worst three things that you seen Darvin Ham do. Right,
yeah,
my man can do all three, at least all three of them. Like, not great, but good
right.
enough to where it will it will translate on that court. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think if you're on a championship run and the coach is competent enough. I mean, if you're putting Darvin Ham as the as that part, yeah, I think if you have a competent version of Darvin Ham, I mean,
Right.
like
Like
Cam,
like
right?
like
Like
like like
like
Nick Nurse. Like, I don't think Nick Nurse is no great coach, but I think he
yeah,
competent enough to where if he got the right pieces, he can make it happen.
yeah. I think, and that's why I said it's 50-50. I think as long as the coach knows how to call timeouts, I mean, don't let these teams go on no crazy run and know how to counter plays and know the X's and O's. Yeah, I think you could because at the end of the day, I mean, if you just want me to be honest, like some of these coaches are listed as great, and this isn't no shade to these coaches because those coaches did their work. But what I'm trying to say is, a lot of these coaches got, let's say, boosted credibility because of the players that they had out there on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like you had a
Hmm.
Kobe Bryant, you had a Shaquille O'Neal. Like put them in a like to see a true like if you want to see a coach really coach, see them coach when they don't got a Kobe Bryant or a Shaq out there and then you realize that it is a 50-50. So I think if you got a competent coach out there at least knows what he's doing and you got the players that understand the assignments,
Now
I mean it's
the
oh, you
other
can go.
part of that question is,
Yeah,
who in your opinion is the greatest coach that you have seen, and why did you give him that title
the greatest coach.
that you've seen coach?
Hmm. I would have to say Phil Jackson. I would have to say Phil Jackson, and the reason why is because Phil Jackson understood his team. He understood everybody's role. But one thing that I did like that he allowed was he allowed. I'm gonna use Kobe here. Is he allowed Kobe to be Kobe? He didn't try to force him into like a box, I guess you could say. Like he didn't try to tell Kobe like, "Hey, bro, like I get you trying to do all that Black Mamba stuff and take over the game, but you know,
Okay, so now I need you to answer this. It's imperative you answer this question because I
yeah,
know you seen him and Larry Brown lock up, and Larry Brown had no superstars on his team, and you know who came out the winner, right?
Larry Brown, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's when they had the glove. They had Karl Malone, Kobe, and Shaq.
Yeah, I think that's when it comes to stuff like that, like I said, it goes back to the execution. Like, you could have all these fire plays. Like you could have like the greatest playbook on earth, but the players gotta execute.
If your players ain't execute,
Players players gotta execute. And we know Kobe gonna shoot it regardless. You know, Kobe
so
gonna
who,
Kobe
so so
Kobe
who
gonna
would you
shoot it
put that
regardless.
blame? So who would you put that blame on if you had to put the blame on somebody for that loss? Who would you put it on? The coach or the players?
I put it on both
You put it
because
right.
because it's together. It's hand in hand. And you got to
P-
put it on both.
period.
Because if I say it's the coach's fault, then that basically means I've excused anything that those players did on the court. And
Right.
then if I just put it on the players, then I excuse of any plays or anything that was drawn up by the coach. You know what I'm saying? So
All the way.
I can't. Yeah, so I can't. I got to give both people the blame, and that's why with Darvin, with Darvin Ham, I said like our bench wasn't scoring, and he put Rui on Jokic, and what do you expect Rui to execute on Jokic? You know what I'm saying? Like
All
it,
the way.
that's why I say it's a 50-50 because your coach could set you up for a win or for a fail, but at the end of the day, though, you still gotta execute.
So major, how do you feel about what JC just said? Like what's your like how would you respond to that?
No response. I think everybody's on the same page with the importance of having a competent coaching staff. And I want to delve deeper into our coaching staff because we keep bringing up the staff and we're bringing up Nate McMillan and Scott Brooks, and
Hold
we
on,
know JJ.
let me get my scuba gear. We finna let me go. Let's get it.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
go deep.
yeah,
Let's
because
get
I want to introduce some Laker fans to the coaching staff that might not know them in depth. We know Nate McMillan, know him by name, know Scott Brooks. Some of us know Nate McMillan. They remember him play. I remember. I've been around long enough to have remember him play. You have too. But I want to get off into the other two coaches that we signed as well. Um, Lindsey Harding,
Yep.
the female assistant we signed, and Coach Greg St. John. I want to give them their due diligence as well, and I want to touch a bit on their coaching styles and how they deal with players and egos and stuff like that. This is
yeah,
imperative.
get me up to speed because I don't know. I don't need to
Yeah.
know. I don't know
Oh
nothing
wait,
about neither. I don't even know their name. I never even heard their name. Hold up, what's up? I
hey
heard some.
Major. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
before you do that,
Yes, sir.
I forgot to say earlier, like I heard JJ Redick say something really important. He mentioned culture. Like he
Uh
wanted to
oh.
bring that culture back for the Lakers, which
Oh,
is
wait a minute.
extremely important because yeah, we play with like when you watch our games, we play with like a type of finesse, but it's like
Uh-huh.
you could feel and watch, like for example, 2020. I just knew
Yes.
we were gonna win the chip. You know what I'm saying? Like it just had that certain energy. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
we just have to
Yes.
go back to that culture, that that toughness. Like I can honestly say, last year, if we were in the playoffs, right, only two
Yeah.
teams would probably be afraid to play us. And that would be OKC and maybe Golden State Warriors, and that would just be off
Right.
a size advantage.
Right.
So
Right.
I want to get back to where people are saying, "Oh snap, we got to play the Lakers." I don't care if you're
Right.
in the East or the West. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm trying to bash heads in, man.
Right. Right. I'm glad that you said that. Who remembers yesterday me saying that about JJ Redick? One of the things that I fell in love with it when what he said. He wants to bring back. He wants to bring back the culture, the winning culture of the Lakers. I know, and I'm not being too greedy when I say that. We want it all. We don't want to just make it to the playoffs. We don't want to just get to the first round. We don't want to squeak in by way of other teams losing, and it by osmosis bumps us up. We want to get into the playoffs, the top three, like we're used to being. And when JJ Redick, him knowing the legacy of the Lakers and him wanting to bring that culture back, leads me right into what I'm getting ready to say. As far as like his picks, his personal picks that he was allowed to pick his coaching staff, and he's not done yet. But I'm gonna start from the bottom and work my way on up. Now I know a lot of y'all know about Lindsey Harding. She played in the WNBA. She was a great player in the WNBA. She's also been a coach to some degree. She coached. She was a G League Coach of the Year. If y'all remember this, um, she was like 24-10 for her regular season record, and she was Coach of the Year. Um, she had the Coach of the Year title for this season that just passed. As a matter of fact, I want to get into her coaching style. Her coaching style, just from her coaching the players that she coached, she's she's into she's into developing a player holistically. She wants to make sure that a player is focusing on the mechanics of their game. If shot mechanics and uh being tactical when it comes to getting to your man, knowing where your spots are on the floor without her having to yell it out every now and again. It's like, okay, I want you guys to her approach to coaching is basically tactical. She's looking at the mechanics of it. Okay, you shoot this way. Okay, you left-handed. You right here, or you work on going to your right. Okay, this is what you want to throw this person off. So it's tactical. It's very cerebral. So that's intelligence. That's game IQ. That's basically her in a nutshell. Greg St. John. Greg St. John is important because he actually won a chip with us when he was with Frank Vogel's staff in 2020. He's had pretty good experience in mini camps and summer leagues, and of course, he was with us in 2020 and he got a ring with us. His coaching style is he's mainly focused on individual player development. Enhance your skills. So, D'Lo, you a 3-point shooter. If you don't know how to shoot off the dribble, let me show you how. This is what you do. I want you getting up shots like this. Here, let me put some more pressure on you. Here, you may be weak on the left hash. So I want you getting up 400 shots over here. Over here on the right hash, this is your biggest strength. We don't need you to focus on that. We need to. He's pinpoint, laser sharp focus on the strengths of your game. This is what JJ Redick is going to need. Remember how I was talking to you about how we need to be able to cultivate the strengths that players have and then work on their weaknesses. Well, that's what Greg St. John's about. He emphasizes individual growth, conditioning. He's real big on conditioning. LeBron loves that about him, by the way. Strategic game planning. He's going to help players get to their full potential. Okay, look, check this out. We got to get you right. We got to get your cardio right. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Part of the reason why you're not able to play defense is because you don't have the wind, the stamina to hang with faster guards. So we may not be able to work on your speed, may not be able to get you as fast as these guys, but I will get you the stamina to be able to hang with them so that when they're burnt out, you're still poised and composed. So that's what Greg St. John is going to bring. He's going to bring composure, pretty much the fitness aspect of it, or the cardio aspect of it. So he's like, okay, he's about conditioning. Then you got Scott Brooks. Now, most of us already know who Scott Brooks is, but a lot of people don't know his coaching style and what he likes to bring to the table. Scott Brooks, talking about egos, JC just brought up a minute ago. Guess what? We got the best coach that we could have picked up for that. As an NBA coach, handling different personalities and egos is crucial, and that's what he excels in this area. He doesn't mind dealing with egos. He doesn't mind. Hey, yeah, I know you're a star. Yeah, I know you're not used to coming off the bench, but guess what? You said you want to win, right? What's more important, your ego and how many points and how many shots you can get up, even if you're missing shots, shot selection and all of that, are actually helping contribute to winning the championship. If you're going to help contribute to winning the championship, then great players know, hey, man, I got to sit down. Let somebody come in who may be a hotter hand than me. He excels in that area of as far as talking to players and making them understand the bigger picture. This isn't about you. If you really want to win it, now if you want to win personal accolades, go out here and do your thing. But if you really want to win a chip, because this is going to catapult you to the next level, so that if you want to go to another team, you can have under your belt, hey, man, I got a chip. Not just one all-star appearance or whatever the case may be, but I actually got a chip with these dudes. That's gonna elevate your game. That's going to elevate people in your eyes to be like, hey, that dude is a champion over there. So put your ego to the side. That's what Scott Brooks is going to do. He's a consistent drill sergeant when it comes to that. He knows how to adapt to the playing style of players. This goes hand in hand with working on strengths and weaknesses. So he's going to help cultivate that. And then last but not least, Nate McMillan. He had a decent NBA career. One of his things as a point guard, he was a point guard and a shooting guard, by the way, was he was two-time defensive player of the year, or a two-time all defensive team. He was a great defensive presence at point guard and shooting guard. So he's definitely going to emphasize defense, like I was saying. When you're dealing with the guards of the team, the Austin Reeves and the D-Los and people like that, the other guards on the team, emphasizing defense. Yeah, we're usually the smallest, shortest people on the team. We're usually the lightest people on the team in terms of weight. But let me show you how to get down here and defend the ball. So what? He's faster than you. If he's faster than you going left, learn how to make him go right. If he's faster than you going right, I'm going to show you how to make him go left. If he likes to spot up and shoot in front of you, don't look at the ball, look at his eyes. He's that type of person. He's going to pinpoint the defense. His coaching, it's aggressive. It's aggressive when it comes to man-to-man defense. Okay, we don't need AD jumping off of his man to come guard your man on the perimeter. You at the perimeter, he's at the perimeter, your man is at the perimeter. Your assignment is to stay on him. I don't care what he does, even if you have to foul. So his work ethic and his coaching style is that. Like, I want you to, panic them into a turnover, panic them into making a shot that might not be a great shot selection. That's what Coach Nate McMillan would do. Now, when it comes to him dealing with the temperaments of the team, he's also calm and collective. He has a calm demeanor. He doesn't have to say much. He's the type of presence in the room that says, okay, I'm here. I want y'all know what y'all assignments are. Okay, I don't want to have to tell you. He got that type of feeling. I don't want to have to tell you what to do, because I will sit you down. He's like that. These are the coaches, ladies and gentlemen, so far that JJ Redick have put together. All these coaches cover all aspects of the game. They cover weaknesses. They cover strengths. They cover egos. They cover cardio. They cover conditioning. They cover defensive prowess and offensive prowess. They cover stand on your man. They cover when it comes to help coverage. Make sure that you're not getting backdoored. Make sure you keep your head on the swivel and grow eyes in the back of your head and on the left and right sides of your head. I want you everywhere on the court so that the opposing team can get nowhere. Force them into great shooters, force them to pass the ball, or force them into stupid shots. Now, if they happen to go down, okay, that's cool. They just happen to go down. It's a make or miss league. It's going to happen. But we don't want them taking open shots all the time, especially if they're a great shooter. If they're horrible shooters, keep them horrible shooters. If they known for passing the ball, we're gonna make them pass the ball to our teammates, or we're gonna force turnovers. We go be in your face, and that's what all his coaching staff he got is dogs. Now that's something to be said when you got coaching staff that's dogs. It's one thing to be player that's dogs, but remember how I told you about how players need to feed off the coaches? They feed off the energy of the coaches. Well, guess what? If you got coaches for dogs, I mean, all of your coaches is dogs, including the head guy. That's going to turn you into a dog if you truly want to win. And I know it's in the air that the Lakers want to win. If D'Lo is saying what he's saying about, man, I want to win a championship. Yes, it took him 10 years to get to this point. But now he might actually have the dogs behind him to say, you know what? You want to win, kid? I'm going to be the catalyst to help you get there. We're going to help each other. I can show you how to do it, but I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need you to use your skill, your talent, and your brain. And then I'll clear the path for you. That's what coaches do. The coaches are the atrium and the ventricles and the veins and the arteries of a team. And the players is the lifeblood of the team. They're the organs, they're the liver, they're the heart, they're the brains. They're the feet, they're the legs, the toes, the hands. They're the eyes that's moving. They're the ears that can hear. Okay, somebody's coming up behind me. And the coaches are the things that are the arteries that lead to these organs. This is a well-oiled machine that they put together over here.
So let me ask you this, and JC, I need you to answer it first if you still right there. If he ain't there, Major, just take it. I would prefer y'all to pick somebody other than JJ Redick, right? Out of all the coaches that they picked up, which one of those is the most important pickup and why?
JC there, he can go. If not, I'll take it.
All right, yeah, just go ahead. He not right.
Okay. For me, the most important pickup would be Nate McMillan. Nate McMillan is the most important pickup, but Scott Brooks is right up there. If he's not 1B, he's definitely a close second. The reason why I say Nate McMillan is the most important pickup is because his coaching is based upon balanced play and superb defense. He's so defense is so integral for his the way he coaches that I know he's going to emphasize that more because he wasn't really an offensive guy like that, not that much. But he focused heavily on defense because he knows that more than anything, defense wins championships. If we can get you there, if we can stop the other team from scoring, shooting all over the place, if we can hunker down on defense, then we can let our offensive firepower go crazy while shutting theirs down. So he's important. He emphasized pushing, playing smaller lineups and creating easy baskets for smaller teams, but not bigger teams. When it comes to bigger teams, adaptability. Okay, put a bigger lineup out there. Okay, if we got a team full of shooters that we playing against, we need defenders out there. If we got a team full of people who can't really shoot the ball, they're just all bigs, we got to put our offensive firepower out there. So his balanced coaching and his calmness, especially in late game scenarios where the game's on the line and we down by 4 points, whatever, and it's a minute left or whatever, 30 seconds left, whatever the case may be. If a coach can remain calm and he can get his players to stay calm, okay, stay calm. Here's what we need to do. Okay, we need to hunker down on defense. We can't give up. If they miss a shot, we got to get the offensive rebound. We got to get the rebound and go the other way. Now, if we happen to make it, now we down by 2. Okay, now we're in a situation where we have to foul, so there go a timeout. He knows how to call timeouts. JC was talking about timeouts. He's going to know how to call a timeout because, once again, it takes poise and calm not to do nothing foolish. When you're not calm and you're not composed, you're going to do something stupid. You're going to say, oh, man, just take it down court. Pass to the best shooter on the team. The best shooter on the team might be Cole this night. No, let's slow it back a little bit. We're only down by 2. We can let them we can foul immediately. Okay, foul. we might have a foul to give. Okay, cool. Now the best thing we can hope for is that this person might get on your defense, might force a turnover. They might turn the ball over or force a bad shot. But we got to be down there to get our rebounders. We need our rebounders to get down there to get the rebound. We run back. They're not going to try to foul because they're up by 2. So they're not going to try to foul, risk putting us on the line. Now, if they have a foul to give, they may foul. Okay, take it in. Don't try to shoot it. Take it to the court. Force a foul. We get a foul. We make 1 shot. We make 2 shots. We're lucky we make 2 shots. We get the 2 shots. Okay, boom. Now we're tied. Now, no fouls. Try not to foul. They're going to try to draw you into a foul, but try not to foul. So his game scheme is going. His coaching scheme is going to go all the way down to zeros. So he's the most important pickup that we have. And then Scott Brooks is a close second.
I could dig it. JC, you there?
Yeah.
Eh,
Hey, Major, when you were talking about Lindsey Harding and the Mystics, did you mean she played for the team or she coached for the team?
Oh no. I wasn't saying that she coached for the team. I was talking about she coached in the G League.
Yeah, she coached for the Kings. Yeah, the Kings in the
Yeah. That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Because when I heard the Mystics, I was just like, wait, huh? I was like, what? No, I just wanted
No.
to sure. I just
Yeah. No, she played for quite a few teams, but I was just focusing on her coaching.
on her
Yeah.
coaching.
Yeah, the little bit of time that she has coached, she was 24-10 in the G League and was coach of the year in the G League. Now that might not mean much to people, but it's something.
It's
She has
something.
coached. Yeah, it's something.
It shows. It
Yeah,
shows. It shows leadership. JC, how would you
that's
answer
that's
that
why I brought that up.
question?
Yeah.
How would you answer that question, JC?
I think Lindsey Harding is an important piece because I feel like we know where Scott Brooks and Nate McMillan already stand. You know, but I like this Lindsey Harding pickup the most because she coached some G leaguers, bro. Like, not that I'm saying these dudes are bums or anything, but if you can coach a G League team and get them in together, you could
Right.
definitely come to an NBA team with some dudes that know how to play ball. Not that I'm saying dudes in the G League can't ball or anything like that. They're in the league for a reason. But I'm just saying, if you put somebody like that up there in with a nice, set of players, man, it makes some stuff happen. So, I think they're all important. I can't really take one from the other. Honestly, I just think they're all important. I mean, that's why they're all good. They're all good pickups. And honestly, I think JJ Redick picked these dudes and the women. I don't think the Lakers went and said, "Hey, we done got Scott Brooks for you, and we done got Lindsey, and we got Nate Burrow." No,
That's what I said. They're JJ Redick picks. I said that.
Yeah,
They're JJ Redick picks. Yeah.
And the reason why is because look at also two people forget too is the coach also has input on who gets drafted to the team. Like if y'all see that when we had Darvin Ham, who do we get from the draft? We got Jalen Hood-Schifino. Like who in there said that was a good pick? Like who really said, yo, yeah, that's the guy, number 17, that's him. Like, bro, what? There were so many better choices. Not that I'm saying I'm not taking anything away from Jalen Hood-Schifino, but he's just not the fit for this team. They saying, oh, he balled out in G League. Okay, well, why when he was on the NBA court, he was shivering up, shaking up? Maybe it was a coaching problem. Who knows? Maybe it was a him problem. Who knows? But I like these JJ Redick pickups, and back to my point on the draft pick is we got Dalton Connect at 17. Out of all those other people got to understand, right? There was a mass number of players that could have got picked at that 17 spot. The fact that JJ Redick was there and said, "Hey, nah, look, Pick will do that. He gonna be a pick, bro. That tells me, bro. That tells me everything. He a sleeper pick. He a sleeper pick. Uh, but yeah, I think as far as the other pieces though, the assistant coaches, I think it's great pickups, man. All across the board, everybody's gonna bring what they're good at to the table, and I think it's gonna gel well. Because I think JJ is gonna be like, all right, this is my plan. And Meg McMillan will come in and help tweak. Scott Brooks will come in and help tweak, and Lindsay will come in and help tweak. And I think with all these dudes, I think and the female, uh, I think it's enough mentoring shit that can go around as far as the players needing somebody to talk to or get help from or to lend help to. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think honestly think Lindsay will be my top pick out of all of them because I know where everybody else stands. But I mean, she done brought some G leaguers up and made them into some ballers. You know, that's what we need. So if she can help G leaguers, she definitely can help Austin Reeves.
Big facts.
Well, let me say this. Let me say it FYM. That's why I broke down everybody's coaching style because not everybody knows these guys' coaching style. They only know them by name. They're like,
Yeah,
okay, we know Nate McMillan. We heard of him before. We heard of
yeah,
Scott Brooks before. But I had to break down everybody's coaching style for those who didn't know, who didn't know their coaching style. We can say, oh, we know because we're parroting what other people said. Oh man, that's a good pick because such and such said it was a good pick. But do you know why we said he's a good pick? This is why. This is the coaching. This is their coaching style. This is what they're going to implement. This is what they're known to implement when it comes to their coaching style. That that's why I broke it down. That's why I picked Nate McMillan uh, 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 to be the most important. Now they're all important. They're all important because when you put the puzzle pieces together, they just look better than they look better than they do apart. But Nate McMillan, with what we need for this team, he's everything that Ham wasn't. And he's an assistant coach, just the assistant coach. But we know that if he's probably going to be right hand man. We know that if JJ Redick is sick or down or for some reason he can't, he's not going to head up the team. Nate McMillan is probably going to step in and be the interim, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with he or Scott Brooks stepping up being the interim, but just because of their experience. I mean, Nate McMillan, he's a what is he? He's a um 60. No, he's a 53% winning coach all time, just in the regular season. So he's over 50%, over 1,400 games. Um, he's won 760 games, and he's won over half the amount of games that he's coached. So he's definitely a winning coach, and the same thing with Scott Brooks. So either one of those guys, I would take at the helm just in case something ever happened to JJ Redick. And these are the reasons why that I named their coaching styles. So putting this together, man, we just formed the Voltron of coaches. To me,
I I
no,
wouldn't
all you got to do.
I would never wish sickness on a coach, man. But Darvin Ham wasn't sick, and Darvin Ham was out there sitting out there with his damn hands in his pockets every game. But I think I think Darvin Ham was getting them plays from our G League coach because it definitely showed in that summer league. If y'all watch the summer league, it looked like Darvin Ham was out there coaching. So they need to go switch that up.
And the reason I wanted to have this type of stream is because a lot of people like, why y'all so hype right now? Y'all ain't made no moves. I think these moves that we made with these coaches, I don't care what player you bring in or players, it's hard to say you're gonna win at least 7 more games because of them players. I'm I'm almost willing to say we gonna win at least 7 more games because of this culture. At least seven.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, they said that yesterday.
Yeah,
55. I'm giving the team 55 wins. Definitely. 55 or better. I think that's
you know,
viable.
FYM. You know what's funny?
What's up?
It's funny how dudes came up here before. I would say around like the off season, maybe like before, and they came up here and said, "Y'all always want to trade everybody. The Lakers ain't got continuity, and y'all always want to just trade players and fire coaches." But now that we got looks like we about to run it back with the same team.
Right.
Now those same people are like, "Why the Lakers ain't making no moves?" It's like, bro, we can't ever please people, man. We can't please people, bro. We just can't. I've just realized we can't please everybody, man.
Being a Laker
Talent one,
fan, being a
yeah,
Laker fan, you gotta understand that that's real hate, bro. If you say right, they gon' say left.
every time.
It's part of I I say the only other franchise that can match the Lakers is probably the Yankees. It's just a certain something that come with it, bro. And
Yeah.
when people see Yankee fans, either you hate them or
Hmm.
you love them. It's the same thing
Yeah.
with the Lakers. It ain't so the haters are it's the most intense hate because they hate they ain't out there by that ocean. They hate they ain't out there in that good weather. They hate they ain't got all them exotic women everywhere. They just hate, bro. Just
Hey,
move.
to Chris Hansen. To Chris Hansen. I saw your question, so I'm gonna answer it. But in the future, y'all, um, don't get upset if we can't see everyone's questions. I know yesterday when we had the stream, we kind of was just talking and just putting off people's certain questions in the comments. But that's because when we up here cooking, we're focusing on talking more than looking at the screen. But if you do want your question read, feel free to put it in the super chat. Then we'll stop the whole entire stream so that we can get to that question. But since I seen uh Chris Hansen's question and I seen that, I'm gonna answer it for you. Yes, he did. He was with the Trailblazers when Brandon Roy was playing. I think he was able to coach him for about a year or two because I think the next year over, Nate McMillan left. So Nate McMillan did. He was there when Brandon Roy was there. Then he went over to the Pacers, I believe. I believe. I think it was because Brandon Roy came in 09, 010, or 010 or something like that. Something like that. Something like that. But Nate McMillan did coach Brandon Roy to answer your question. Yeah, he was there.
Mm. So now we got Lamont talking about nah, y'all just ducking the smoke. Like, what is you talking about? What is you-
Hey, wait. What? So what smoke? What smoke are we ducking?
All right,
What smoke?
I'm very curious. What's up, angry Lakers fan? Yeah, I'm very
I
curious.
don't. I
Angry.
don't think I've ever ducked the smoke.
All right, like
Hey, and
what?
I know
Angry.
damn Skippy. I ain't never ducked the smoke. I know damn. Let me tell y'all something right quick, man. I,
He just.
I,
He's
I
just.
hate I hate repeating myself, but like, listen, and I speak for all Laker fans up here, but
Lamont, funny
we
man.
we don't duck no smoke. I'm king none smoke ducker. I don't duck no smoke at all. I've never been cooked, never been grilled, never been fried. We don't duck smoke as Laker fans. Now, the problem is that non-Laker fans, especially those who are not Boston Celtic fans, I really don't, to be honest with you, I really don't even like talking to y'all. I ignore y'all because until y'all catch up with us in chips, I ain't got nothing to say. Y'all could talk all the madness y'all talk. Oh man, that's the past. That's the past. That's the past. But history says that that past counted.
Mm.
Those 17 counted. Well, no, excuse me, 18. No, wait, excuse me, 19 chips counted. They all counted. They're in history books. When they open up a history book 50 years from now, know what it's gonna say? Not your team. So we don't duck nothing. Now, if you mad at what I'm saying, say
Uh,
something in the comments so I can roast you again. You are crazy if you
nachos.
think that you could come up here and think we running from anybody.
That
Hizatna,
Hey,
hey
Major, he was just
that
joking. He was just
that
joking.
that made me
hey, look,
want.
I don't troll. I don't troll, so I'm gonna be serious.
Hey, no, I feel you. No, I feel
Hey,
you. But I was just letting
my
you know.
homies control with y'all, but I'm not doing it
Yeah.
now. Now,
Nah,
we
I
don't
don't
run from
troll with
nobody.
nobody.
Now, now.
I don't troll with nobody.
Yeah, I ain't playing those games. Y'all want to play? Let's
Yeah.
go to the back cave and we can play. But
Yeah.
right now,
To the back
FYM, man,
cave.
you're doing an amazing job, bro. I just want to stop the chit chatter and just be like, man, commend you on this stream. I love the questions, man, coming up in it, and you know, keep it going, man. This is good. I wasn't expecting a show to be today, but I said if it was gonna go live, I was gonna come up here. So,
Yeah,
man, I'm
man. I
good. It's a good
like
question.
when we was talking yesterday, and we was talking how some people, man, they ain't got cable. All they got is an internet connection, and they be on here
Yeah.
listening to this stuff like for real, for real. And then I heard you and JC saying stuff like, man, some people really want to learn, but ain't nobody talking about nothing.
That's true. That's true.
So that's where we at, bro. We talk and we getting somewhere because at the end of the day, I don't care what team you on, your coaching staff ain't better than ours. So what are we talking about?
Facts.
And your number one and your number two ain't better than ours. So what are we talking about?
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. We it really boils down to this for me. I'm excited about the new season. I can't stress that enough. I'm excited about the new season and how we can put these X's and O's that our coaching staff knows, how we can put that into execution. Once everything comes together, the players come together. I hope everybody's working on their craft, perfecting their strengths, cultivating their strengths, and strengthening their weaknesses. I hope that they're doing that while our captains are overseas doing what they're doing, man. We know they're gonna come back and give us the performances of a lifetime that they always do. So, in order for us to help them when they come back, we need the others to step up and do their parts. Because, like FYM said, you're only as strong as your weakest link. So this year we shouldn't have any weak links. None. Y'all want a
And
championship as bad as y'all want to be able to taste what it feel like to be a champion. A champion. It's time to step up and do what needs to be done on your end. And we'll handle the rest.
so FYF just came up. Salute. So just try to answer the question as best you can. When you got a team and you got championship aspirations, is a comp like a coach that can just he ain't got to be the best coach, but just know about coaching. Do you consider that overrated or underrated to have a competent coach trying to win a championship?
It's always underrated. Coach is always underrated. Don't nobody care about what coaches do for real, for real. Because at the end of the day, for example, we could just use the Lakers. They win in 2020. Didn't nobody give Frank Vogel no credit. That man got fired the next year. He ain't get no credit. They no, and the fan, there was no vitriol from fans about it. A
Oh,
coach can come in and we saw Dwayne Casey all those years with the Toronto Raptors, had them boys competing. Man, win coach of the year, they fire him. He didn't because he battling with LeBron trying to beat them. It's just like nobody appreciate coaches. Nobody care about what they do. And at the end of the day, what people overrate is they overrate the X's and O's. That's the easy part when it comes to coaching. All these coaches is is masterful with the X's and O's. That's the easy part. What people underrate is the ego managing, the film study that they put in because the coaches work year round, 365 days a year. They don't get no days off, unlike the players. So, and then they have to deal with roster construction. Sometimes they can control it, sometimes they can't. Then you got to deal with injuries. What happens when this player get injuries? Then when the GM come down, talk about, well, make sure you play this guy because he making this much money and we need to keep him happy. So now you got to formulate your roster around what the GM is saying, and so coaches got so many headaches coming from all directions, but nobody cares. They always gonna be underrated. You know, y'all had Darvin Ham, and what's the most common sentiment about Darvin Ham? Is that he was a bad coach. He didn't know X's and O's. He didn't know how to draw up a play. That's the biggest lie in the league. The man has one of the most famous playbooks in the NBA. The Golden State Warriors run it. The Memphis Grizzlies run it. The Miami Heat run it. X's and O wise, he elite. This is why he always gonna have a job. But fans don't care about that.
So how come we didn't run it? Because we wasn't
did.
running no,
Yeah,
we weren't
y'all
running
did.
no plays.
Y'all did run it. See, but that's the thing. You don't pick and choose. Like I saw them run a lot of this stuff that he had out there. Just because when the Lakers' problems to me weren't embedded in X's and O's. I don't care. I don't care what X's and O's you run with this Laker team. If they don't get somebody to help Anthony Davis on the backside, I don't care what X's and O's you got. It ain't gonna save them. If you don't get people with more energy and effort to protect, to stop you from giving up 20-point leads all the time. I don't care what X's and O's you run. I mean, the problems were started with a whole bunch of other places, and that's the injuries and all that. But obviously, you got to blame somebody, and Laker fans are the master of finding somebody to blame, and so they always gonna find somebody to blame, even if it don't make sense. So that's why I say I just sit back and I just enjoy the show when the ish hits the fan for the Lakers, because I'm just placing bets on who they gonna blame next. That's really what it is.
I just want to give a correction, fact check. I got to give a fact. I got to give a fact check. It's fact. I don't care about people's opinions, but when the facts are wrong, I gotta say
Okay.
something. Fact check for Lamont. Correction. The Lakers gave Frank Vogel a contract extension that very next year after we won the championship. They didn't fire him.
Oh, do you want to now? Do you want to really talk about that extension?
I mean, you can go into detail.
Hold on. Like, you want to go into detail about what they said that extension was?
No, Lamont. Admit you were wrong there.
Hold on. No, talk about what they said the extension was for.
Talk about you were wrong there, and then
hold on. Okay, just so we can progress in the conversation.
Just hold on. I can't stay. I have to go to work. But I just want to come up here and correct you. So admit you were wrong there, and then you can proceed. Because that's a fact check. Bro, that's the fact. Come on, Lamont. You know that's the facts. They gave him a contract extension after the championship. You know that. Come on now. Just admit you were wrong there and say, oh, yeah, my bad. And then proceed. That's all. What's wrong with that?
About to say, because we can't just stop it. They gave him a contract.
You can't do it, can you? You can't do it.
All right. Well, that's the thing. We can't elaborate on it. So
okay.
Well, it's your show. It's your show. You got it.
No. If that's the thing, bro. If that's the thing, that means that you.
It's your show. You got it, man.
You pull up here. We know that you not.
I just said you got it.
No. There's no. You got it. I want to say no. My bad. I was wrong. That's what I want you to say.
Hold on. What was I wrong about?
I just said it, bro. Everybody heard you. Come on, Lamont.
Okay, hold on. No, because I talked about fans, not.
No, you didn't talk about fans. I already told you what you were wrong on, bro.
Why was Frank Vogel fired?
Don't act like you didn't hear me.
Why was Frank Vogel fired?
No, it doesn't matter. You were wrong there because you said they fired him after the championship. You were wrong there. They gave him a contract extension.
No, they didn't fire him right after the championship. Duh. They fired him after the 2021 season.
You said though. No,
okay,
they didn't.
Okay, y'all. Look, correction, y'all. Just because, correction, y'all. He didn't get fired right after the championship.
Hold on.
You are right. That's not what I was implying. Jesus. Don't be petty. Don't be petty. You know that's not what I was saying.
No, hold on.
You know that's not what I was saying.
Hold on. Again, though, you were wrong again. You were wrong again.
They fired him.
Hold on.
They fired him because of the Russell Westbrook thing hit.
See, now I gotta mute your ass.
Oh my God.
No. I gotta mute you, bro. because you're not listening. You keep cutting me off, and that's not how we do things around here. You know what's up. You've been coming on this panel plenty of times. That's not no. Again, you were wrong again, bro. They did not fire Darvin Ham. I mean, they did not fire Frank Vogel after the 2021 season. It was after 2022. So again, you were wrong again, bro. All I ask is just admit, oh yeah, you're right, my bad, because that's the facts.
I just
That's
said
all
that.
I asked.
Okay, you're
No,
right.
you did not
That's
just
not
say
the
that.
point I was trying to get across.
But okay, that's fine. I don't care about your
Okay,
point. I just
okay,
want
Lakers
to
in
get facts
5.
out
You're
there,
right.
though.
You're right. Lakers in 5. You're right.
That's all I ask.
That's
Thank you.
okay.
That's all I
At the
ask.
end of the day, that's still not the fucking point.
Oh, whoa.
Man,
Okay,
hold
well,
on.
Lamont, bro.
Hey,
You know
mute
we
this
don't
nigga,
curse on this
man.
show, bro. What is wrong with you?
See, that's why I like when this nigga come up. He gets too disrespectful, bro.
Lamont, bro. You know, you. I don't know what's going on with you lately, man. But you've been getting disrespectful on my panel, and I don't know what's going on, man. I don't go to your panel and start cursing you out and start cursing at you and things like that. I don't know why you come over here and start doing it to me. You come up here and you don't be honest. All I said was fact check on that sentence right there. That's all I said. And you can't even be honest enough to say, oh yeah, damn, my fault. Yeah, you're right. It was like 2 years later. That's all. I don't care about the point. Damn, what's wrong with these niggas, man? Lamont, bro, you threatening on thin ice with me, homeboy. Yeah, I'm trying my best to let you, keep pulling up and cooking, man. But I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You keep cursing at me, man. That's the second time you done did that bull crap. Man, y'all can let him up if y'all want to, man. But I'm not gonna lie, man. If I was staying on this panel, he would not be. I wouldn't let him back
No,
up, bro. He's tripping, homeboy. I gotta go to work, man.
we ain't letting him up, DJ. We ain't letting that nigga back up here. He's so emotional. Instead of admitting,
He
hey, bro,
ain't in here no more.
what? No,
Flatline for
what I'm
real. He
saying
ain't in.
is see, you can't be so emotional. All he had to do is say, hey, bro, I was wrong. That's it. But niggas get so emotional that they can't control their tongue, and then they got to resort to cussing. That's why I'm never this nigga up. But it's all good. He gone now. But I
Oh
ain't letting this
yeah,
nigga up.
and
This
he
nigga
know,
can't come
and
up here
now
and talk
he know
disrespect.
why, bro. We didn't say one cuss word the whole night, bro. We been
No,
talking for like 2 hours.
and
Not
I
one
wouldn't have let the
person,
nigga up.
not one person said one word like that, bro.
No, but see, we call ourselves giving some grace and let him come up thinking he gonna give, a take with decorum. And he came up here on some. Man, I want to say what I really want to say, but then I'll be jumping out of my emotions. But when you come up here, you give something that's not a fact. Instead of admitting it, said, "Hey, man, I was wrong," and moving on to the next point, you come up here try to overtalk another nigga on his platform, and then you get the cussing, you get thrown. I don't know if a nigga coming up here because he got his own stuff and he like, hey man, I'm coming up here. I'm the king wherever I go. But it don't work like that up here, partner. And if you hear my voice and I'm running the show, I ain't letting your ass up here. I ain't nice like boss. It's disrespectful, bro. But let's carry on, man. See, this is what I didn't want. We didn't want the stream to be messed up like this. Remember we talked about it, FYM. We didn't want it to get
Oh,
to the point where it got
no,
like that.
right. It shouldn't have got like that. But it got like that. But the thing is, it's a learn. It's gonna learn something from it. That's it. And it's on record. Look, man. You can't come in somebody's show and not even know whose show it is, right? And then commence to just talking right over
Yeah, that's
the
disrespectful.
man's on his plate. That's like if somebody come to your house, right? And you say,
Yeah.
take off your shoes before you come in. And then they get into an argument
Hey,
with you on the front porch.
hey,
Come on, man.
FYM.
What up, big dog?
He wanna apologize. He put it in the private chat. He wanna apologize.
Nah, nigga, screw your apology, nigga. I said it. I told you I ain't nice like these niggas.
Hey, JC,
Now, if you want to talk with
hey,
DJ, come up here. You want to apologize to him directly, you can do that.
you got rank, bro. It's for real, bro.
I mean,
You the VP, bro. Look, don't put that on me. Uh-uh.
I mean, this is your show. This is your show. This
Most
is your
deaf.
Hey,
show.
Most
But I
hey,
deaf.
mean,
FYM,
And
FYM,
until
my thing,
the next show, nah, bro. Cause I don't go
FYM,
no, I don't go
but this is
nowhere in
my,
disrespect. Nope, I don't, bro.
FYM.
I feel what DJ saying, bro.
Can I say
Gotta
yeah,
something, bro?
you,
Let me say something,
yeah,
man.
yeah. But
Let me
I
say something right quick.
just,
Hey,
man,
we're us being mods up here. I talked to DJ about this a while back. JC is the right hand man. That's pretty much established. But us being mods up here, my job is established like this. I'm protecting the
yeah,
panel, not like fighting or anything, but I'm protecting the panel when it comes to clean views. And me personally, you cussed at DJ. When you hear DJ up here next time, and you hear only DJ up here, and he's running the show, you apologize to DJ directly. I don't give a damn
yeah,
about you apologizing to us. So I'm not
right,
accepting no apology. You apologize to that man respectfully, directly when he comes up here. I don't give a
yeah,
damn about your apology. You done for the night, partner. Now,
back to coaching.
so yeah, coaching, man. Coaching is very important, man. Coaching is very important, and I think it's going to be integral for this year. And aspirations for the Lakers to win the championship, bro. And the players need to be able to. The players are on board, like JC said, and if the players and the coaches are gelling together, the fans are gonna get behind that, and we should win 18 easily. I'm standing on that. I'm 10 toes down when it comes to that. That's not going to change. So next,
Oh no, somebody went in because I was about to do a timeout and I seen a big hand come down like smack him. Hey,
somebody timed him out.
hey man, no, hey, you know how you can send somebody to like a timeout and then you can send somebody to just out.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, somebody
yeah,
outed him.
Ain't no more time.
Hey, whoever did that. Hey, whoever did that.
Hey,
Congratulations.
I don't know. I mean I literally just hit the timeout button and I'm talking
Hey,
microseconds.
well, whoever
yeah.
did that, congratulations. Because like we said yesterday, man, we would
Shout out
not
to DJ.
tolerate disrespect up here. We would not
Yeah,
tolerate any kind of disrespect. Now, like JC said yesterday, we all grown up here. It shouldn't even be said that
yeah,
we can, I feel like we getting on people and we shouldn't have to do that. We all grown. But when it comes to our show, bro, we got to protect our show as if you would protect any other investment that you have out there. You ain't gonna let nobody come mess up your investment. So if we got to hurt a couple feelings, then we gonna hurt feelings, or I'm gonna hurt feelings.
We gonna all hurt your feelings because in one go we all going in
That's what
on
it's gonna do.
like
That's how.
flat.
Hey,
That's
that's how I
how
came up.
flat
That's how I
out.
came up. That's how I came up.
I'm gonna beat you there. I'm gonna beat
Hey,
you.
what we just say about life coaching? FYM.
Real life,
Life coaching.
man. That's
This is
what
what I
this
was
whole
taught, bro.
man.
This is what I was taught.
If you go back and you listen to this whole stream from the beginning until it was abrupted, you will understand why certain people feeling the way they feeling. If you just came in the middle, you didn't know what you stepped into. It was a beehive, bro. It's real life, bro. You can't come in no real life conversation with some garbage, bro. Cause them cats that was just talking and spitting that real life stuff, they gonna catch your attitude real quick, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, we ain't gonna spend too. We ain't gonna give too much real estate to
Nah,
that. We're
nah,
gonna
it's
keep talking about what we're gonna keep cooking.
right.
Um, you know,
But
I want somebody else to come up here. Where's Joel? Is Joel still in here?
no, Joe dropped out.
Damn. I mean, we can hold it down though. Like we talking, man. I know the initial question was about the coaching. We got that in, but man, our focus now, especially as it get closer to the season, man, the season openers, is focusing on what the Lakers going to do, how they're going to execute, how the coaches X's and O's are going to be executed on the floor, and how well the players can pick it up. Because I know some players now are actually, tapping Coach JJ and the other coaches to see what they can do while they're in the off season. Now I'm seeing that now. They're at the facilities, they're working out, they're getting reps in while our captains are overseas doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? When I go to the facility to work out, I'm seeing a lot of the young bucks in there, man, just getting up their shots. Because in sports, you got to be ready for that call. These dudes going to the G League, but you never know, somebody goes down, they got to be ready. And that shows an amount of professionalism right there. That it's an air of seriousness surrounding this season right now, because everybody's up. They getting their extra reps in. They outside, they run around, they doing push-ups, they getting shots up. Working with the defensive coaches. They working with the staff. They doing the best that they can. So all we asking for is the effort. If you put an effort in practice and the effort in your conditioning, then it's going to relate to the floor. It's going to be like you never missed a step. So I'm liking what I'm seeing so far from the small things that I do see that a lot of people can't see, because I'm kind of in the middle of the action. So I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, and I want to see how well it translates to that court come October.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Real talk, man. Bro, when especially black men come together and they start talking real talk, it's always somebody that want to it just is what it is, bro. Coaching is everything, bro. And like you were saying earlier, some people didn't learn from their mom and their pops about respect. So then when they go start to play sports, they don't know how to show respect to the coach. It's crazy, man. But coaching is very important, bro. I'm ready to just go to the back cave, man, because I'm a little shook right now, bro. I don't like stuff like that, man. It's dead energy, man. It's crazy.
Whatever you want to do, man. We backing you up. Hey, come over here if you want to risk it. Because if you do, you determine the brisket. Hey, JC gotta let you hear that. He gotta let you. We talk about it, man.
Real life. Your ass turned to brisket.
Brisket, man, with no barbecue sauce.
Hey, appreciate that, Angry. Appreciate everybody that pulled up, man. Appreciate all the new subscribers, man, all the old subscribers, man. We getting closer to that 10K, y'all. So hit that like and subscribe, man.
Hey, all this was brought to you by none other than Shams Charnia. That was for Angry. He like when I do that. Shams Charnia.
That's crazy, man. I'm just glad we had this talk, man. I'm trying to get back on center. You know what I mean? Because that's what people do. They'll knock you out your square. Then you got to get back on that square. Sometimes getting back on. You said it earlier, Major. You said one of the best things you learned from your pops was when you fall down, stay down there for a minute and figure out how you got there. And that's where I'm at right now. I really feel like I just fell down. You know what I mean? Because somebody came into our environment and just deaded the energy, bro. Just killed the vibe. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't like nobody having that much power over me or nobody that I consider brothers or sisters or loved ones. I don't. The places that I try to create, it need to feel good for anybody to come there, bro.
Right.
And that's how I live my life, bro. And when people come in and do that, bro, okay, it might just be nothing to you today, but it's certain things I just can't let go of, man. Because if you do it to me once, shame on you, right? You do it to me twice.
Shame on you.
Right. Shame on me, man, for letting it happen twice.
It leads into what I said earlier, FYM. You see now you understand why these questions that you presented and that made you ask us the question of not just who's the best coach that you've ever seen, like in sports. You talking about in life, period. Remember when I said about the whole you never give a person a second chance if they missed you the first time. Never give a person a second chance to put you down if they miss you the first time. If they miss you the first time and you give them another shot, they might get you this time. So
Oh,
if you take a shot at me and you miss, I'm gonna destroy you
flatline.
because you ain't gonna never get another chance to do it again, bro.
And
Plain and simple.
that's real, man. You know what's more real than that and more important than that? I think we like between 30 and 40 subscribes away from 10K, right? So, with that being said, if you sitting in here right now and you ain't subscribed, man, give us them little 5 or 10 that we can get right now, man. Go ahead and do that because you've been sitting in here
What
for
you
a
do?
minute. Because it's the same amount of people that been in here the
Hey,
whole time. Real life, man. Hit that
Angry's right.
subscribe button.
Angry's right, man. You know what? Nah, we ain't gonna go to the cave yet. And plus, I think Chris just pulled up. Go ahead and let my little brother up, man,
Chris,
so he can
Chris,
come up
Chris
here. He's
not
the
up here
chef.
yet. Chris,
He ain't
Chris
up
trying to
here.
come. No, he ain't not up here.
Come on, Chris. He asked for the link. The link's in the chat. Angry's right, man. We can't let nobody kill the vibe because then that'll be them winning.
Oh no, I ain't gonna let them kill it. They just interrupted it. You know what
Oh
I
yeah,
mean?
it's cool. It's cool.
I'm trying to get back centered because, like I said, when somebody knock you out your square, sometimes it take a second to get right back in that square. You know what I mean? Like
Hey,
what you said earlier about your
yeah,
pops. When
yeah.
you fall down, sit down there for a second before you get up and
That's right.
realize what happened.
Realize what happened.
And that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just getting my thoughts together. That's
Hey,
all,
well,
bro.
say this, FYM. It's gonna sound kind of funny, but this is what this is what my weightlifting trainer used to teach me. He said, whenever we come, he said, "Oh, okay, who want to come hit this? We got 450 incline. Who want to come hit it?" And everybody we scared, we nervous, we shaking. And then he say, somebody say, "All right, I do." You raise your hand, say, "I do, coach. I want to hit it." He'll say, "All right, don't say I do, coach. Say this phrase," and he'll write it on a sticky note, and he have one of the students pass it to me, and we say it. And you know what it says on that sticky note, bro? It says, "Say these words just like this, front and center like a beefsteak dinner." That was the funniest thing. I was
Like
like,
a
he said,
beast.
so anytime we wanted to do something, I got it. Instead of saying I got it, coach, or I'm next, coach, he say, raise your hand and say front and center like a beefsteak dinner. And I'm like, I don't know what the hell beefsteak got to do with anything, but it made a nigga hungry afterwards. But said
You
front and center like a
hey
beefsteak dinner.
that front and center mean you up there first and right
Yeah,
there
yeah.
waiting on the food, man.
I always
Front
thought
and
that was
center.
funny, man. Front
Real
and
life.
center like a beefsteak
Oh
dinner.
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah,
So check this out. Let's everybody that's up here still after the aftermath, like say what you got to say about coaching before we close it out. I ain't saying we finna close it out right now, but just say a little something, reiterate on some of your things you said earlier about the importance of coaching and why you feel like the Lakers done a good job with the coaching.
let's go.
You can go ahead and start it off, Major. It sound like JC would have already said something.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Oh yeah, all the way.
Yeah.
I'm trying to rush, because I know the narrative is gonna get spent, right? So here's the thing, because I saw what he put in the chat, and I don't like to, go back to it, but he said y'all cuss all the time, stop it. Here's the difference. People may curse on the show, okay, and when we correct them, we'll be like, oh, the person will be like, oh, okay, my fault, my fault. That's normally how it works. So somebody will curse, we'll stop it, we'll correct them on that. No cursing on the show, and then the person will be like, oh, okay, yeah, my bad, my bad. That's normally how it goes. Okay. Here's the difference though. When someone curses at me, that's a no. That's a no. This is my platform. It's my channel. You know what I'm saying? You don't curse at the host. Somebody cursing in the middle of a conversation, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing. But here's the thing: when someone ever cursed at me, they don't get a second chance. I actually gave him a second chance because he cursed at me last time, and y'all remember that stream. Big
Yeah,
Major
Yep.
definitely remember that stream.
yeah, we do.
I mean, he told me to shut the f up.
Right.
Normally, that would be you gone. You are banned from the channel.
Facts.
You ever tell me to shut the f up, that you gone. So I actually gave him a second chance, and then he did. And then he always said, "No, he cursed at me again." So it's not so him putting like, "Oh, y'all curse all the time." Yeah, people curse, but they don't curse at me. That's the difference. It's not that you cursing on the show. I don't. We all grown. I've said this plenty of times. We all grown men. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna curse. That's just how it goes. I understand that, and that's why I'll be like, "Oh yeah, hey, bro, let's slow down on the cursing, bro." You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And then that's it. Because I understand it's gonna slip out every once in a while because that's part of our everyday conversation is throwing out curse words. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you curse at me and for the second time, that's a little different. So anyway, I gotta go to work. I'm running late as hell, man. So y'all if y'all want to go to the back cave, whatever y'all want to do. I think y'all was winding it down, right?
Yeah, kind of. We
Oh,
like
okay.
everybody
Yeah.
was giving a basic like last take on what they felt about coaching. They were just reiterating on what they said earlier before we closed it out.
All right, y'all got it, man. My fault.
No,
You good, man.
we still got our heads bowed. All right, it's all good. For real, don't even, man. You gotta do that, man. If you don't protect your stuff, who will?
Facts. Because we got you, man. Whether you hear it or not, we got your back, man. That's what people got to understand and know. Facts. So yeah. And but mine's is
Yeah.
real. Mine's real quick, man. Coaching is important, bro. Coaching is important, y'all. In anything you do, not just sports, but in anything you do. Life, life itself is a sport because it's forward moving. Anything forward moving, anything that moves you spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially, whatever the case may be, anything that's in motion, it's a sport. Life is the greatest sport. You're going to have coaches, not just one coach. You're going to have coaches throughout your life. So coaching in any aspect of your life is the most important thing in your life because without coaching, you don't have the proper path or the proper guidance to know how to move forward. And that's in anything you do. You need guidance. Some people got it off the rip, but even those that have it off the rip, they still need guidance. Those who need guidance but don't have it off the rip, they need guidance and patience behind that guidance. But coaching in every aspect of life is important. If you can find any portion of your life where somebody taught you something that you previously didn't know, that in and of itself is important because now you've been given something that you didn't have before that you're able to utilize throughout your life now. So coaching in any aspect of your life is important. It's important.
I could
Thank
dig
God.
it. I could dig it. What's up, JC? What you got to add to that? Your last take on the importance of coaching in your words.
Um, the coach got to be the coach got to be the top of the squad, man. He's got to be the one that sets everything in motion, and then everybody follows suit. You know, so yeah, I think coaching plays a very important part, regardless of what people may feel about the coach's personality or how he may coach. But I mean, hey, if it gets the job done, it gets the job done, and if the team agrees to that style, then it is what it is. And I think with him, it wasn't when you lose the locker room, it really does affect I would say it affects the court, man. It affects how y'all play together as a unit, man. Y'all ain't trying to listen to what this dude got to say, you know. So so yeah, I think with Reddick and the new assistant coaches, I think they're gonna gel together for a great plan. And yeah, I mean, spoke a lot about it already in the beginning. So if you're watching this later on, you can go back to the to the beginning and rewatch it. But yeah, that's my take really. But at the
Most
same
def,
time, really,
most def. What's up, Chris? Hey, what you got to say about coaching and the importance of it, and how you feel? Is it overrated or underrated?
And I don't
You
even know why we got a damn coach. What the hell? What the hell? We need a coach for? You know, we got knuckleheads running around. You know, talking about coaching underrated, man. I'm about to give a damn about all that, man. Them niggas going out there hitting them shots. Really, anybody trying to hit all that, man. This nigga JJ better go out there and do what he got to do and win this, man. Anybody trying to hit none of these excuses for this nigga, man. Straight up. I don't give a
right?
damn. First year coach or not, nigga. I'm down sure gonna want his ass fired if they don't win. So that nigga ain't he's probably important. So he can be there to try to talk to him, whatever during the season, but everything else, they don't really need that nigga for that. To call some plays, and them niggas don't know what they doing out there, man. These niggas don't need to listen to no damn role player, bro. You know what I'm saying?
All the
This
way.
nigga a whole damn role player, not talking about he a coach. Man, get the hell out of here.
Wait, hold on. Hey man, we gotta be positive, yo. We gotta be positive, man. We got to.
Hey, I'm being positive, man.
but
I don't know what
that's
the
his
hell this
truth
nigga
though,
gonna do.
Major.
All right. Okay.
He said he's being positive.
Pretty
All
true.
right. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Cause soon as that nigga,
I'll fall back on this one.
cause soon as that
we
nigga
about
don't
to
get
go.
it done,
We about to go to the back cave. Like in five, four, three. Hey, everybody say bye. Hey, peace out.
Peace and blessings, yo.